तिमीलाई कस्तो छ सन्चै छ कि छैन भनेर
लसन आज सिङ्गापुर सर्भर
स्पाइक र
वर्ल्डिङ ट्राई सिङ्गापुर सर्भर भनेर लेख्दियो यार तिम्रो त्यसको त्यो
साँच्ची हो यार ग्लास स्मुथ हुँदो रहेछ क्या
पडकास्टको टप भाइनेटलाई पनि के मलाई पनि कस्तो सर्भरको स्पिड हुन्छ नि अब त्यो क्लिक्समा डिफ्रेन्ट क्लिक्समा खेले जस्तो हुने क्या सिएसमा 64 बाट 128 मा जाने जस्तो फिल हुन्छ त्यस्तै फिल भइदिरहेको स्मुथ त्यो पिङ आयो एकदम स्मुथ के
मेबी
ल तिमीसँग एक गेम स्पाइक हान्नु हैन अनि बुझ्छौ तिमीले
उसको हात दुखिरा चाहिँ खेल्दैन
म पनि
खेल्छ
स्पाइक मात्र खेल्छु म पनि बिस्तारै एक्सपी भयो नि बढाउनु पर्यो यार एक्सपी नै बढिरहेछ नि मेरो
यति नै त हो नि यार मेरो पिङ त्यो मुम्बईमा पनि
यसमा राम्रो भएको छ
स्मुथ छ के प्याकेट लस छैन कि 0% छ
वर्ल्डिङको चाहिँ स्मुथ रहेछ त्यो तिम्रो स्ट्रिममा हाल्ने भए चाहिँ अलिकति
वर्ल्डिङ वाला हेल्प गर्ने भेट्छ नि यो भएर आउँछ
वर्ल्डिङ प्रब्लम इन भ्यालोरेन्ट क्वेशन मार्क ट्राई सिङ्गापुर भनेर
ओके देन
मार्के भाइ
ल
दामुरे नो ना ना ना
आज पनि माई आर्म्स हर्टिङ अझ ठिक भएको छैन हात दुखिरहेको
अब कहिले ठिक हुने देखाउनु जानु पनि नमिल्ने
I am the hunter. Made myself. मा भागा जुताइदियो मुजी कुरेर बसेर
नाइस ट्राई
65 हाल्नु थियो अस्ति एउटा स्पाइक रसमा है त्यो कुकुर पनि आएको छ त्यसको अल्टी पनि आएको छ स्काईको क्या 2 चोटी एउटा राउन्डमा 3 चोटी त उ भयो भने
कन्कस टिभी गराछ है
हे तेरिका ओए म कसरी मरे दुई जना
ड्यास नभइदिएर
ड्यास गरे त्यो ढोका
उल्टो ढोकामै पर्दिएर पछाडि ड्यास गर्छ
What?
Sorry,
it's a biggest style.
Check them out, boy.
Yellow guys, yellow. Hello.
Lift would I? Shots.
Charcoal.
Nice try, mate.
No, it's true. तर अल्छी लाग्यो आज पुरो
अनि एक गेम खेल्न जान्छु भनेको
भन्दै थियो तर आइसबक्समा खेल्न अल्छी लाग्छ मलाई अल्छी लागेपछि एउटा केही गर्नु मन लाग्दैन दौडिन मात्र मन लाग्छ
सक्यो एक राउन्ड बाँकी ओके Okay guys, what's up? Hello. मैले बोलेको सुनिरहेको छ कि छैन?
म रिलोड गरेर लुकेर बसिरहेको थिएँ कि
तर तिमीहरूको मुम्बई र सिङ्गापुरमा उस्तो उस्तै छ यार
मेरो
68 र 73 रे
पिङ
तर हैन एकदमै उ हुन्छ के ल्याग हुन्छ फोनमा पिङ राम्रो छ कि
हाम्रो पिङ
एकदम
त्यस्तै
फ्लक्चुएट
छ
हुन्छ हो त्यही हो
हो सुरु गर्दै
Are you ready, Lawson?
यस स्टार्ट त
experience the new
मेटा
Experience the speed, experience the smoothness.
लसनले स्ट्रिम नगर्ने भनेर टाइटल ल्याएछ तर स्ट्रिम गरेर चाहिँ
गेम खेल्दा छ गेम नखेल्ने टाइटल राखेको छ गेम खेल्दा छ
एक हान्न जाने नै हो त्यही
ओके
Ascent mode now, boys. Ascent. What do I play? I play Rage. Do I play Rage? What do I play?
जय खेल्यो नि
Lawson like content चाहिन्छ नि म चाहिँ पाइदै खेल्छु
हुन्छ जय खेल्यो नि हुन्छ
साइफर खेल साइफर
साइफर
No
खेल
thank you. No thank you. Content भनेको फर्स्टले मर्ने भने हैन
या
Time to play. Not like lot के हुँदो रहेछ कहिले खेला चाहिँ यार मैले साच्चै के मात्रै भाइबर
फाइबर खेल्न तर ओपी छ रमाइलो छ
कहाँ वाल हाल्नु मिल्छ भन्छ
अहिले चाहिँ
ओए हाम्रो प्रोलाई सोध्ने नि वाल चाहिँ अब
त्यही त सधैँ
प्रो छ नि फाइबर प्रो
छँदै छैन अरे
Spike rush.
Yes,
Spike
yes,
us.
it's me. Autographs if we survive.
Yeah. Yeah.
classic
Sikos kra. Pum pum prr pum. कहाँ जाने
ब्याकस्ट्याब हाल्नु नि त तिमी
डिजिटल ब्ल्याङ्क भयो
I'm lazy backstabbing with
जान्छ डिफरेन्ट
ल के हो त्यो पछाडि आइसक्यो त मुसी के हो
my line of sika. Oy my line of sika oy.
यता यो एकदम
Player standing.
अब त्यही
यता एक्लै उता
अब कहाँ नि
बक्समा
यो
त्यहाँ बस छिटो त्यको टाँसेर हो त्यो
कहाँ
होइन
नि?
त्यो
माथि माथि
लाइट कलरको टाइप त्यही हो के
यहाँ
तल अलि माथि बुझ्छु भने हाना
फाल्दो
फाल्दु एउटा सही लगाइ अगाडि सौरभ अगाडि
आउँदैन तर त्यसले
पर्यो जित्यो
वाह यार लाइन अफ वाला फील डिफरेंट हुने रहेछ यार
कि मेरोमा त ग्लिच देखेर
Their
चाहिँ
game's
मेरो
very
पनि
hard to get.
त्यो भने
भन्दा सजिलो लाइन अप हो क्या यो
प्रो भाइ चाहिँ क्या हो भाइपरमेन बन्दिन कि क्या हो
भन्दै
ल ओके बन्द अब त्यसपछि
किल चाहिँ नआउने रहेछ है भाइपरले छ्याप त्यही भएर पो लाइक किल गर्न गाह्रो हुने रहेछ
भन्नलाई
साइड
मुजीहरु क्रिन्ज यार
अगाडि
126 हान्दिरहेको त्यसले कस्तो लुकेर बस्छ यार त्यो तर
कस्तो क्रिन्ज पाराले खेल्दा छ नि यिनीहरु चाहिँ
त्यो रेज चाहिँ नि
Oh
अलिकति
my god.
अगाडि
पछाडि
अल्टी आइसक्यो त तिमी
लेफ्टमा
Last player standing.
fucking idiot bro both there both mid
Planet.
के गरिरह्यो आया
स्लो छ क्या फ्ल्यास फेरि
मेरो त मैले त खेल्नै सकिरहेको छैन आजकल त बिग्रिसक्यो पुरै
तिमीले एक दुई दिन
Last
खेलेन
round in the
हैन
half.
एमै बिग्रिसक्यो पुरै
तिम्रो हात दुखिरहेको धेरै नै दुखिरहेको छ
धेरै नै
रिस्ट
भन्दा
दुखेको कि
दुखिरहेको छ खै के हो आममा दुखिरह नसको होइन जस
धेरै गेम खेलेर नै हो
के गर्दा दुख्छ भन त
यतिकै लाइक चलाइराख्यो भने
अपने आप से ज्यादा गेम
भाग्यो नि
उडेर आयो ब्याक स्टेप उडेर आइसक्यो तिम्रो पछाडि उडेर आइसक्यो यहाँ आऊ।
के गर्छ
Last player standing.
I didn't do anything. फेरि लाइन अप हैन तेरो रहेछ
खुट्टा देखिन्छ यहाँ माथि तिमीले यो अल्टी राम्रो छ ल आउन अगाडि खुट्टा तिमीले देख्छ तिमीले झरेको सुनेन उयो
यस्तो क्या त्यो थिचौँ यी थिचौँ भइरहेको
Switching
थियो
sides.
मतिर
अगाडि गएर मान्नु पर्छ यसले
म यो वाल कहाँ हाने ब्रो यो ब्रो
लसन तिमी यहाँ माथिबाट क्लास गर्न सक्छौ
मैले जहिले पनि यता टप यता छेक्ने गरेर हान्छु
म ड्यास गर्छु माथिबाट क्लास गर्छु
ल यस्तो दामी हान्छ अरे यहाँ
क्लास गर्छु
ओके
यता
भएन माई ब्याड
माथि र तल छ
यस्तो वाल
फेक रहेछ यता
छैन माथि एकजना छ
थ्याङ्क यू धन्यवाद पछाडि आइसक्यो दाइ
Reloading.
ओमेन पनि यतै छ
ओमेन लास्ट टाइम
आइस
Player standing.
ब्रो what the fuck are they doing oh my god पुरा स्प्रेड भएर आइरहेछ यार के
Match
होइन
point.
कस्तो गन पर्छ फेरि मैले
लसन ल मार दे त तिम्रो फेभरेट गन
गार्डियन रे
लागिरहेको छैन
मार्शल होइन अति भयो भने टाइगर नटाइकन ड्याङ्की हान्दिने
obviously
माथि नै नभइदिएर यार प्रोग्राम म अब गर्छु
कसैले अल्टी
के
आफै ब्लाइन्ड भयो
I can eat fun.
The hunt begins.
Meat है ओइ
Hawk out.
हैन
मिड पुश
Hawk out. One enemy remains.
ओइ मेरो एस मुला लसन
ल हो माई ब्याड
सक्यो अहिले
तिमीलाई हानिरहेको
एफ के अरे एसै हुन्थ्यो मुला
तिमीलाई हानिरहेको
यार लसन यार ना
होइन तिमीलाई हानिरहेकोले हान्यो
Just keep it up.
ओडिन एउटा बिमा बस्नु पर्छ नि ओडिन लिएर
यिनीहरू ए आउँछ सर
मै मारेगा क्या गरेगा म
पिके गर्दिनँ म त साइडमै बसिरहेको छु म स्प्रेमा त
If that race breaks one more thing. Hawk out. Blinded.
मार्दियो मिठो पाराले मार्दियो ओ शिट अल्टी नै हान्न पाएन यार व्हाट द फक गेम जितै गेम अल्टी हान्नु
काको अर्ड लियो एको लियो
एकजना मात्र छ त ए ठ्याक्कै
Get out of my way.
My ultimate's ready.
My ultimate is ready.
Here comes the party. Party. Party.
30 seconds left.
Oh no.
Someone
Party is
Oh
over.
no! Oh no!
Last player.
मुची कस्तो ल्याङ्गरा छ्या
Party is over.
कस्तो क्याम्प गर्दै खेल्ला छ यार यिनीहरू नु भयो यार
Oh no.
Attackers win.
Oh my god. यो फर्स्ट आजको फर्स्ट स्पाइक रस नै यस्तो कवाड भयो के किनाको मान्छेहरू
एक कन्टिन्यू खेल्दा सब निको हुन्छ
नखेल्ने म एउटा खेलेर पुग्यो भयो त
अब आइज चिल्के मुजी निस्के
ल तिमीहरू खेल
तिमी
अर्को
कमेन्ट्री
पनि आएछ
सिकादै
आएछ
गरौँ न त लसनलाई स्ट्रिम गर्न न उसलाई खेल्न नदेऊ अरू भिडियो हेर्नु भन्दा कि भिडियो हेरेर राख
ल केटा हो थाल्दिउँ रेडी हो यति हो
म चाहिँ खेल्दिनँ
खेल न खेल के छ र
नखेल्ने त
बिल्ड अप
पनि एक गेम खेलेर निस्किला के
सबैजना एक गेम नि खेल्नु
ल खेल्नु पर्छ एक लास्ट
ल है ल ल ल है
एक गेम खेल्दिउँ ल
peer
peer pressure guys this is peer pressure है
देख्यो सबैजना गेमर भयो नि यस्तो हुन्थ्यो क्या रोड रक्सी ड्रग्स
स्टार्ट हुन देखाइ
रेप्लिकेसन भने
रेप्लिकेसन
नहीं रेप्लिकेसन नहीं रेप्लिकेसन नहीं एक गेम अलरेडी हारेर गइहाल्छु के म निस्किन्छु के पछि नभन न म पछि खेल्नु हुँदैन एक गेम फेरि निस्किन लाग्यो क्या म त्यसैले अनरेटेड हानेर सकाइदियो के त्यसैले
सेम भने कि सेम
ल
one game
unrated I vote unrated सेज खेल नि त तिमी अनरेटेडमा सेज खेल नि कि डराको
एक अर्कालाई रेज गर्न मिल्छ यार
त्यो भन्ने मात्र
त्यो चाहिँ रमाइलो छ हामीले अस्ति खेले हो एकचोटि
लास्ट राउन्डमा मात्र हो क्या रेज इच अदर
त्यो चाहिँ हो
saya. Fuck off.
Okay.
नयाँ स्किन कस्तो लाग्ने वाला म त यस्तो
मिनिमल वाला
अल्छी
कुन चाहिँ
बेसिकली
हैन
यस्तो के ब्लुप्रिन्ट बनाउँदै थियो राम्रो स्किनको लागि तर ब्लुप्रिन्ट नै रिलिज गर्दियो के त्यो हुन्छ नि बेसिक
त्यही भने
एकदमै बेसिक ब्लुप्रिन्ट हुन्छ नि फर्स्ट इटरेसन नै दिदिए जस्तो के
न के एनिमेसन छ न के
हैन यस्तो के बस्ने काहे के रे कलको प्रेजेन्टेसन हे भने हैन अनि जे भन्छ त्यही बेला बनाउँदै के
बनाइराको बिचमा हैन पढाइदियो त्यस्तै के
बसले प्रिन्ट गर्दियो जस्तो
अनि त्यो ग्रीन स्क्रिन वाला चाहिँ सारेको
त्यसैमा ग्रीन स्क्रिन राख्ने त हुने हैन र
त्यो 4 सेकेन्डमा ग्रीन स्क्रिन गर्दैछ के
तिमीले भनिहाल्यो मलाई सेज खेल्नु मन लाग्यो
के 5 जनाको 5 जनै हुँदो रहेछ जहिले
ओइ मैले पठाएको भिडियो हेर न
हेर्छु
के खेल्न त
लास्ट कमेडी दिस
स्प्लिट बताए
5 जना भयो भने रमाइलो यस्तै हिरोहरु
ब्लेड देखेन ओके सलको के खेल्छ
खै
भरे कसले खै भने ब्लेडले भने
हैन चिलकोले
आवाज के भयो आज रुगा लाइराको अड्डी क्या
हैन
ए लागिराको रहेछ लिदिए तेरे वकिल चाहिँ नहेलेको एमपीले खतरा खेले यार यो एफपीएक्स सँग लाइक अप चाहिँ खतरै फर्स्ट ब्लडै अपबाट
राइटमा र लेफ्टमा
राइटमा र लेफ्टमा के खतरा
त्यो चाहिँ देखाएको कुन चाहिँ सँग रे
ओएक्सडी सँग
नन सीएसले ननिकाल्नु पर्ने हो के बेकारमा निकाल्दिएर
के
एमपी ब्यान खाएको नि त्यसले सीएसबाट टुर्नामेन्टबाट
कसले
फर्मा ब्यान खाएको
कसले
फेरि किन
एमपी
किन
एमपी नै भनौँ के भयो एक्सले
यापी
किन
एक्स लेख्छ कि जे लेख्छ त्यसले
जे लेख्छ त्यो लेख्छ
कोही हो च्याम्पी व्याम्पी भन्ने
किन र
लिक्विडको
एनआइपी मा थियो पहिला
अहिले लिक्विडमा छ
एनआइपी हो हैन एन्समा थियो
रेड डम
Placing sentry.
Cover going out.
Reloading.
Here.
Reloading.
Reloading.
तिमीलाई सुन्छ यो
त्यसो
नो
Placing alarm bot.
हेरै छ
छ
Out of charges.
वाल फुटेपछि जाने कि ए जाने
फुटेज
एकजना मसँग टिभी छ त्यहाँ
उनीहरू रोटेट गर्यो
वालले कस्तो
Reloading.
वालले च्याउ गरे
स्पट हो
ए तेरी
मलाई स्पाइक दियो
I got the spike.
पछाडि उडा आयो ओइ भ्यान्डबाट
एकजना मार्छ
Oh no!
Last player standing.
Beats.
Spike down A.
दुईजना इभेन्टमा छ
राम्ररी स्पाइक छोड्दै
Goodbye.
एमबट गोस्ट
खतरा हो यो कस्तो लास्ट
टाइम छैन
10 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
उतै छ क्याम्प गरेर छ त्यसले बम
नाइस ट्राई माय ब्याड
अपग्रेड नगरेको चाहिँ रहेछ अझै
अझ मर्यो के
मलाई यो क्या मन पर्छ
यो राम्रो
यो स्किन क्या मन पर्छ
इगो स्किनको त्यो प्यान्डल सबै सेटै राम्रो छ यार चक्कु पनि त्यो सब 4वटा स्किन रहेछ खतरा के
त्यो यो स्किनको नाम के हो
ब्ल्याक र व्हाइटमा ब्ल्याक र गोल्डमा मन पर्छ
इगो
ब्ल्याक व्हाइट गोल्ड
चलो नि
ब्ल्याक वाइल्डै नाम
Gun here.
ठिकै छ चलो
दिदिन तल ए यो वाला त्यो जापानिज वाला कुन
जापानिज कोरियन
त्यही हो
4वटा स्किन छ यसकै
त्यो
Gun here. Alarm bot out.
कस के थियो तसँग सिल्के
Oh no, beats, fuck me.
Turret
Fuck
out.
me, yai. Alright. Yeah, fuck me. Oi, कस्तो राम्रो ट्रिंकेट यार.
रोटेट गरेर हुन्छ
राइनो वाला ट्रिंकेट रहेछ man. Sexy. I like.
दुईजना इभेन्टमा छ
तल
Recalling my bot.
जाने फर्किने
कता जाने खै
कस गर्ने एउटा ठाउँमा अब के गर्ने
वाल हान्छु त्यसो
Turret out.
तिनटै पिक भयो
Bot coming back.
ओ स्मोक भित्र ल उता कुन्नामा रहेछ नि छ्या
B.
राइटमा कुन्नामा बसिरहेको थियो त्यो
30
ओ
seconds
एकको
left.
प्यान्डल
बट यति यार तिम्रो कोला खान्छ
छ्या लेफ्टमा कसरी नहेरेँ नि मैले पनि हेरेन
कस्तो लुकेर खेलेको यार यो.
Don't stop
Viper
fighting.
निस्किँदैन यार यिनीहरू त
हामी एक ठाउँमा हल्ला गरेर रोटेट गर्न अघि तर मरे
तिनीहरू एकजना रोटेटै गरेन क्या बसी नै राख्छ
भाइपर क्रिन्ज
महिनालाई खेलाउँछ पक्क
क्याम्पिङ
म्यान.
गरेर
जा तिमीहरू कहाँ जानु सक्छौ मसित चाहिँ नौ
त्यो
त्यहाँ
तिम
न
टिपी यहाँ छोड्दियो नि त हाम्रोमा
Quick peeks now.
टेन्सन नल्याउ न म दिइहाल्छु नि ल
कोरोना छैन नि बिरामी जस्तो सुन्छ आजकल त डेन्जर छ यार
Reloading.
छैन हौ निको औकात एकछिन खेलेको मात्र
Placing alarm bot.
हो हो
के हो
लसन स्ट्रिमसन कुरा गर्दै थियो बेडरुमबाट आयो दुईजना बेडरुम
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 एउटा टपले
Placing sentry. Bot coming back. Placing swarm grenade. Placing
नि
swarm
छ
grenade.
पनि एउटा
एउटा
Turret out.
नाइस अबाउट ए बोय अर्को एउटा
Bot assist.
One enemy
with it.
remaining.
जुन त यहाँ
Flawless.
नाइस
के आर्केन छ
मल्टी चाहिँ भ्यान्डल पाएँ ब्रो
Calling my bot. They stumble. Now
मैले हेर्न
Retreat. Retreat.
सर्टगन भएको
ए दुईटा पायो
त्यसले कसरी पाइस
टिपेको
के
ग्लिच पप बिल्डर
ओ मा
Bulldog.
आई लाइक दिस
Please.
यो भन्दा अर्को मन
अल्लाह कम अल्लाह त्यस्तै भन्दा
तिमी युज गर्ने मलाई एडी सिजन आउँदैन यार
हैन हेर्छु म त
अल्लाह
म एडी सिरिज गर्छु
अब लिएर भाग अब
चलाउनु चाहिँ कम भयो
आई डोन्ट माइन्ड युजिङ एडिस
पछाडि बाहिर फाल्ला चार
तर एरिस गाह्रो छ है त्यो एकदम
फेरि यदि चलाउनेहरूले
त्यसले
चलाउनु
एडी सिजन रहेछ
गन एन्ड गन गर्न मिल्दैन
साइडमा एकजना छ के हाम्रो पठाएको
ठिकै
स्मोकै किन्न बिर्सेँ मैले
जाऊ जाऊ
नास्टिका
Turret out.
Decoy.
अलार्मबाट एकछिन डिएक्टिभेट भएको छ मेरो
Spikes down.
पछाडि आउँदै
Placing
थियो
swarm
क्या
grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
एक किल आओस् भनेको म चाहिँ 0 किलमै सकिनु
राइट क्लिक राइट क्लिक राइट क्लिक राइट क्लिक
वाउ नाइस
One enemy remaining.
उतै छ तू
इन्फेन्ट्री
Swarm grenade out.
पुश
Recalling my bot. Swarm grenade out.
नाइस
यो इन्फेन्ट्री वाला पनि राम्रो रहेछ त एडिस त
धेरै राम्रो रहेछ
Bot coming back.
त्यही त हेर्दै क्या खतरा देखिन्छ
Sweet. That went well. All right, same thing this
मलाई
time.
ग्लिच
सौरभलाई
पप
मनपर्छ
पछि
सौरभ
ग्लिच पप पछि मन परेको ल
एस
अहिले राम्रो छ
के चाहिँ
किन ओ आई लाइक दिस शिट ब्रो ड्याम ब्रो यार
लसन लसन
Can I
डब्दैन
get this?
कस्तो राम्रो यार छा
Sick.
एकेएम जस्तो छ त
एकेएम नै हो के
कसले लियो फ्यान्डल
यार रे मुलो
रिभर कसले लियो
फ्यान्डल
वेज रिभर
र्याम्पेज
सौरभ तिमीसँग रिभर छ
Weapon here.
छिटो
त्यही
चल
चलाउँछु
के लियो
यहाँ छ गन छ है त्यहाँ
Down
एउटा
here.
आई लाइक दिस शिट एक्स्ट्रा
कसैलाई चाहिन्छ भयो
हो
कसले के पाए केही थाहा छैन यार मलाई
लाइक यार हामीलाई यार यसकी माइ लसन किन्दैन
त्यो सस्तो थियो हेर्दा चाहिँ अहिलेसम्मकोमा सस्तो त्यही होला
सरी भएन
लाइक अरू भन्दा
सबसे सस्तो बन्डल लाग्छ
Alarm bot
आशवाला
out.
मनपर्छ होइन
रस
ट्र्यासवाला के
ट्र्यास ट्र्यास त नभन
वेस्टल्यान्डको जाउले तर ठिक छ आई टेक द इन्सल्ट
एरी स्प्याम गरेर छ त्यो नुब क्रिन्ज वर्दी प्लेयर
नाइस शॉट
ओके बुल्डको सट्टा त्यही फ्यान्टम युज गरे हुन्छ यार कि त फ्यान्टम
साइड
बुलडकको राइट क्लिक गरेर मात्र काम लाग्छ नत्र
ऊ उठाउँछ हौ के भन्छ
अर्ब
अर्ब उठाउँछ
ल मा
उता स्क्रिन्समा त्यही भाइपर
Reloading.
माथि आइसकेको छ
Last player standing.
Cool.
मलाई उठाउँदै नि केही गर्दैन
30 seconds left.
ए एकछिन
Last player
it's
standing.
माथि
Spike down A.
ए ब्लेड भन्न थालेँ मैले तर के छैन
I got the spike.
नट यार
Blocking sight.
यसको त्यो हेडसट वाला कस्तो नराम्रो
10 seconds left.
कहाँ गइसक्यो त
मान्छे बन्द नि
कस्तो लुकेर बस्छ पिकै हान्दैन मुझे एकजना पिक हान्छ
एकजना
अझ
हालेर
बेट गरेर हुन्छ यार
फेरि केपी ओली नै प्राइम मिनिस्टर भयो त
बेट गरेर बस्छ
त्यही हुन्छ अर्को ऊ नभएसम्म इलेक्ट
I
नभएसम्म
need a drop.
ओइ ओइ मैले पो दिएछु साला ओइ मलाई ड्रप दियो
गफ माग त
आचुसँग पैसा
मैले मागिरहेको
Can I
छु
get this? Thanks.
कि ब्युटी
ओइ तिम्रो 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 नै हो यो बुल्डकको ग्लिच पप
मलाई त्यति राम्रो लागेन राम्रो त लाग्थ्यो तर
Handle this.
इफेक्टलाई मात्रै हो
गाडी त खाल यस्तो गाडी
Blocking sight.
ओइ माथि कसैले पुस गर्यो हुन्छ
ल
Placing alarm bot. Blocking sight. Placing sentry.
म त्यहाँ उहाँलाई
Perfect accuracy.
फ्ल्यासिङ अप
ओइ त्यहाँ अफ गरेर बस्छ माथि
यो स्प्यामर मुजी
देख्यो मलाई देख्यो माथि किन काटे
त्योसँग
Player standing.
स्क्रिन्समा एकजना
मार डाला
One enemy remaining.
अल्लाह मार डाला अल्लाह मार डाला
भ्याउँदै भ्याएन मैले त के भइरह्यो बगाएर फेरि बग
सुन्न यो
किन अड्किरह्यो
ग्लिच भइरहेछ है
मेरो पनि ब्लर भएर के हो
Don't die.
तपाईँको हो
If you need help figuring out
Oh,
how,
न्यू प्याच न्यू बग
सुन्न मेरो त होइन
Can I get this?
0 किलमै गेम सकिने भयो
thanks.
मेरो नाम ब्लर
कसैलाई चाहिन्छ
Can I get this?
यही हो
Thanks.
इतनी बेइज्जती इतनी बेइज्जती
न्यू प्याच न्यू बग यस्तै
मेरो त
भइरहेछ
कति हुन्छ कति मेरो त जहिले
0 किल त हुँदैन है
हुन्छ हौ
हुन्छ
अनि कहाँ भर्खरै 6 राउन्ड भयो 24-25 राउन्ड छ ए म भाइपर खेल्छु
यतिकै स्प्याम
Placing sentry.
बेडरुममै छ है एरिस रिना
सबजना यो गर्न थालिसकेको छ फेरि
त्यो गन लसनलाई दिदियो अनि अल्टी हानेर जान सिधै लसन त्यो भ्यान्डल लियो त
कहाँनिर छ
अनि
ओइ अगाडि
Spike down mid.
ओ एभनमा सेज
ए मर न मुजी मर कोही त मर मेरो हातबाट कोही त मर
One enemy remaining.
नाइस
अँ
Gun here.
सोर्सबाट
स्पाइकको छ
Here.
बम
अल्टी हानेर भगाइदियो
Last player standing.
नाइस
Would have sucked.
देख्यो लसनलाई भ्यान्डल दिएको कमान
I
होइन
hate
त
to
दुई ठाउँबाट
say it,
पिन्च
but
गरेकोले मार्नु
probably best
सकेन
to play as a team. So, can I
मलाई
get this
भ्यान्डल
land?
भ्यान्डल होइन मलाई अर्कै
Can I get this?
स्पेक्टर
ए स्पेक्टर
Can I get this? Thanks.
अरूलाई
ओ
स्पेक्टर
क्राइम हो त्यो
फ्यान्टम मलाई फ्यान्टम
ठिकै ड्रप दिनु
माग्नु मिलेन
Reloading.
बाइ गरेर बेच्नु
This is gonna be fun.
ए, तिमी बाई गरेर बेच न मलाई तिमी बाई गरेर बेच न
कस्तो लाग्दैछ प्लेन कार
क्लोज 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 क्लोज
म्याट ब्ल्याक कस्तो लाग्यो
म अर्कोमा यही खेल्छु म्याट
सही।
कलेक्सन
हेलो
Reloading.
प्यासेस होइन
छैन
ओ शिट माय ब्याड
Placing alarm bot.
My lineup didn't work.
Terminated. Enemy spotted. A.
Mathi पनि छ है.
Joke's
don't
over!
Here.
You're dead!
आए
For you down.
ओ एउटा किल आयो
यही छ पाइपर यतै छ
साइड गयो
One enemy remaining.
One side.
दस
लास्ट गाइस पन
प्लान्ट नाइस
या प्लिज नाइस
No, after the one the wall.
मलाई गन छैन
I
ल
got
किन
you.
हाले
ल शिट मैले फाल्दै
From the
मैले
front.
त तिमीले चलाउँछ भनेर पाएँ
मे अहिले राउन्ड दे भाइ
माई ब्याड
Need a drop. Thanks.
कहाँ जाने ए बी
Placing alarm bot.
Enemy spotted mid.
Placing sentry.
Oh 134
Blocking sight.
लो छ एकदमै त्यो
Reloading.
राइटमा हेर
Blocking sight.
पाइपर साइडमा थियो एकदमै लो लेफ्टमा लेफ्ट
Down mid.
एकैछिन पक
पर्छ यता पर्छ नेभर माइन्ड
I'll handle this.
साइडमा अपर है
Last
बी
player
साइडमा अपर
standing.
ल सरल भाग्दै सरल भाग्दै
I'm back.
अबे साले
जित ब्रो
30 seconds left.
Time to jump.
यहाँ
Three.
अर्को मान्छे
आगे त्यसलाई
अरूलाई कसैले ड्यामेज दिएको छ
10 seconds left.
Spike planted.
फर्केर अझ
मेरे को तो ऐसा तक हो रहा है भाई
ठीक है
Cutting through.
One enemy remaining.
ओके
मुझे कस्तो गेडे
अपर जिगल मात्र हान जिगल मात्र
हेर्दिन
हेर्दैन हेर
यस्तो यार
बाल हो र लो यस्तो पड्की बुम बिट
नाइस
फक यु थाहै थिएन यार थाहै थिएन
मैले भनिरहेको थिएँ यस्तो थियो
Save us the effort.
Can I
My
get
name is
this?
Rampager #FUCK add me boys
Can I get this?
मैले पाएन
Gun here.
ओ एउटा एक्स्ट्रा सेट तिम्रो यो स्किनको पावर जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई चाहिँ
हुन सक्छ
लसन थ्यांक यू
हो यार सिङ्गल पावर
रिक्वेस्ट लसन रिक्वेस्ट
Can I get this?
फ्यान्डल हैन फ्यान्टम
ए
फ्यान्टम
ल शिट दिन नपाएर भयो चल अलिकति
तिमीसँग छ आई युज माई पिस्तोल नाउ
Alarm bot out.
रोग एक्लै नजाऊ त्यसो बेला बरु एउटा किल भयो नि त्यसको लिउला
Sorry.
पाइपरले वाल लागेको
ल सर
छ शोभा यता छ
त्यो मुला एकजनालाई मार्न दुईजना पर्छ
वाह फक
Spike down B.
बेट गरेर बसिरहेको छ दुई जना यहाँ पिक गरेर छ चोरहरू
You will not kill my allies.
Last player standing.
दुई जना बाइक पिकै गरेर छ नि यार कस्तो लुकिलु खेल्दै पछाडी नाइस ट्राई
रेरा स्मोक भित्र मार्ने राखे
अँ
हान्दा चाहिँ यतिको
त्यसले धेरै थाहा
कसको
Can I get this?
कमाल थियो यार रिभर ल्याउनु
Thanks.
थ्यांक यू
Can I get this?
कसैलाई
Can I get this?
र्याम्पेजर फ्यान्टम
Thanks.
के जाने हो सजिलो छ यार त्यो
माग्नै मिलेन यार के हो फेरि यो चेन्ज गरे क्या हो दुई चोट मात्र माग्नु
Time for a field test.
वा यार मैले त गयो भन्न थालेँ
Placing alarm bot.
कस्तो फ्रेम भइरहेछ यार
ठुक्क स्प्याम गरेर बसिरहेको तिनीहरू थाहै थिएन मलाई
स्प्यामर हो नि यिनीहरू त
हाने आजले
को हो त्यहाँ
जना तल
ओ मैले मर्यो भने छोडे यार 120 रे
Your duty is not.
नाइस ट्राई
That's right.
Last
चारै
round.
जना एउटा ठाउँमा
केही नअरिकन बस्छ यार
Can I
यिनीहरू
get this?
There's no bank.
Thanks. Go on my mark. Can I get this?
सार खेलौँ न त राम पनि
एउटा लास्ट दिन मिल्छ कसलाई के चाहियो
Can I get this?
एनीवन चाहिँदैन त्यो र्याम्पेजर के भयो बोल्दा छ नि त
फोन नचुराउँदा
गर्लफ्रेन्डको फोन आयो
Alarm bot out.
म अल्टी चलाउँछु अनि जाने हो त
कस्तो देखिया हो
इरिस गरेर छ
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
छ्या मुची यो अल्टीले गरेर नि
ओडिन
मेरो बेसमा आइसकेछ
छा
यार मलाई
क्रिन्ज यार यस्तो नुहरु त छ
calm down bro, it's not good for your hand.
Gone. I have the spike.
के छ
यस्तो लुकेर बस्छ
Fuck that.
3 kills. Spike planted. Shadows traveling.
उसले हेभन हेरिदिइरहेको छ है
यार
कस्तो के गरिरहेको छ यार यिनीहरू यस्तो विधि माइ गॉड यार
हामी अट्याकिङमा देखाउँछौँ नि
कस्तो नुहरु यार
क्याम्प गर्दैन होला
अट्याकिङ हामी डिफेन्डिङमा
हामी अट्याकिङमै हो
हैन क्या तिनीहरुको अट्याकिङमा के भाव बुझ न भाव
कस्तो क्याम्प गरेर बस्छ यार हामी
Switching
आउँछ भन्नु
sides.
पर्खेर
Stop,
गइरहेको
back up.
त्यही त कस्तो विधि काम गरे क्या
यस्तो क्रिन्ज वर्दी प्लेयर्सहरु
गर्दै क्या किसी से।
अनरेटेड माग्यो त्यो पनि छ्या।
किल चिल असन केही छैन क्या
Placing sentry.
पहिला एउटा लागेको थियो नि के त
Placing alarm bomb.
के रे धेरै मार्यो त्यस्तो क्रिन्ज प्ले गर्यो भने आई होप यु गेट कोरोना योर फ्यामिली गेट्स कोरोना एभ्रीवन डाइज अफ कोरोना
त्यो यार त्यो दिन मैले फर्स्ट लकडाउनमा थियो नि हैन हामीले सिकिन
यस्तो
हाम्रो इन्डियन दाजुभाइहरूले नि भन्थ्यो
खाली छ बिगार
बी 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 बी
यो आवाज सुन्नु छैन
बाँध्नुको
ए
आ
एकजना
मार्दी भाइ मार्दी
पिक नरे यो मुजेहरुलाई आउन दिउँ के यो मास साला खात
हामी पनि क्याम्प गर्ने हामी पनि क्याम्प गर्ने
हम पनि
नछिन्ने हामी पनि
एमा को हेर
आउँला होला है
तिम्रो जस्तै भोइस कसको
भागो रे भागो रे
क्याम्प गरौँ भनेको त ऊ गएर मारेर आइसकेछ अरे
सरी आदत चाहिँ मजबुत
भेन्ट्रुम आउँछ त्यो छिल्क्या
भेन्ट्रुम केयरफुल भेन्ट्रुम सीएस तिमीसँग हिल छ
हैन
मिड पछाडि मसँग हिल छ हेभन मार्क भन्न एकदम
Spike down B. 30 seconds left.
हेभन टप
Last player
शिल्ड लिएर आइरहेछ कसरी शिल्ड लिएर आएको छ यार सेजले त्यो पनि घोषबाट कसरी के पनि
अर्काको उठाइहाल्यो नि त
Spike planted.
We are gonna witness a clutch here.
One enemy remaining.
ओए नाइस
What? ब्रो
स्मोक्स
Cover going out.
बौको बेद देख्यो होला यार त्यसले मा कसम
यति यार त्यो भाइ पर्छ
बौको बेद देख्यो यार त्यसले साँच्चै नै What?
Even with numbers, anything can still happen.
दामी यार
Remember
दामी
that.
खतरा टिममा बोल्यो टिममा
बोल्यो तिमी
छैन टिममा बोल्यो
बिचरा शिट टकिङ एनर्जी पनि अलि बिनावाल हान्दै
Alarm bot out. Recalling my bot.
Jump.
Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade.
Cutting through.
इधर है
हिल छ
Created.
खै किन नबसेर
यता छ तिमी
अगाडि नजाएर रौ
Turret out.
उतारे
गरे चिल I don't rush now. I am a
तर जसै
gentleman.
हामी त्यसरी खेल्नु पर्छ कि रिसोर्सबाट आइरहेछ
ए आएर
रोटेट गरेर छ तिनीहरू भाइ
तिमीहरू जाऊ त
हामीले लक गरेर रोटेट गरौँ
र्याम्पेजर गयो हुन्छ
दुईजना त सबैले बुझ्छ
Time to jump.
सुनेको थिएँ मैले एकजना
एजा भने किप बिजा
एउटा फुट टेप सुने मैले पनि
मसँग त्यो छ टिपी छ आयो भने भन्यो
मिड होला
को चिल्क्यो
मिडमा डाट फाले
कहाँ ओमेन छिल्क्यो हो प्लेयर
विब्लेट
ल
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
मिड
होइन ए आउँछ नि कतिवटा चाहिँ
फ्रेन्ड्सबाट आयो फ्रेन्ड्सबाट आयो
बिमेन पनि छ
30 seconds
होल्ड
left.
खेल पुस गरेर चाहिँ
बिमेन
Found them.
के पुस गरेर चाहिँ
Swarm grenade
ए
out.
र्याम्प आउँछ
सरी गयो
मैले बी र्याम्प छोडेँ
Recalling my bot.
टाइम छैन केटा टाइम कुरा दिन
10 seconds left. Spike down A.
Listen.
एकजना मिड छ म चाहिँ के प्लान गर्दिन
Gun here.
हम पनि लुकेर खेल्न आउँछ हामीलाई पनि हैन
One enemy remaining.
कतालाई पचाउँछ
Stress if I die. It was great knowing you all. Also, delete my hard drive.
कोही स्पेक्टेड चलान भयो भने
उनीहरूले यार अट्याकिङलाई पनि लुकी खेल्दा चाहिँ यार
अति नै
पानी
Alarm bot out.
हम पनि त्यसरी नै खेल्ने अब अर्को कोही ठाउँ गर्छ
Time to jump. Enemy spotted. B.
ठीक है र्याम्प
मिडमा हेर है
एकजना एमा दुईजना एमा के दुईजना है
जेट गयो हुन्छ
मिड सके यहाँ छोड्नै मिलेन
म त्यो हान्छु आयो भने भने म पोर्टल हान्दिस् यहाँ यस
तीनजना है दुईजना त मिनिमम छ है तर यता
Mid 2.
ए आउनला चाहिँ एउटा साइडमा जा सौरभ साइडमा
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
मेरो फुटस्टेप्स
भेन्डरुम आउन सक्छ सिल्के मेरो भेन्डरुम हेर्दै त
ल
माथि आए बीमा डट फाले
सेटिङ साइड
तिमी मिडमा हेर न म यता
बीमा छ जस्तो लाग्यो
शोभा एकजना छ यता
एउटा
मिड
Enemy spotted.
Two,
Mid.
30 seconds left.
भेन्ट गर
Spike down A.
दुबै भेन्डरुम भेन्डरुम चाहिँ दुबईमा
One enemy remaining.
अर्को पनि त्यही छ लसन
यता टाइम्समा थियो
नाइस
गन उठाओ केटा हो
Everyone note down your observations.
देखियो
then
last-
let's run it again.
लास्ट 10 सेकेन्ड्स भइरहेछ कि जहिले अघिदेखि नै कस्तो
Because
पाडे
they
हो
hold a lot
एकदम होल्ड गरेर स्टल गरेर
Placing sentry.
कम्पी खेल्ला हामी
हैन
कस्तो त छ
कम्ती खेले म यो रुलिरा हुँदैन थिए
त्यही
लसन त्यो ड्रप गरेर जाऊ
Placing alarm bot.
एकछिन वाल नआना है पिक गर्छु अनि आना
ओके
बीमा आवाज
Cutting through.
बी धेरै जान्छ
बिया बी डेडिकेटेड
वाल हानेर जाऊ
एकछिन
Found the bomb.
Multiple.
Alarm bot down. Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
दुई तीन चार
तैँले मलाई सपोर्ट के गरिस् कि तैँले
सरी
त्यहाँ भाइपर त्यो ब्याकमा पुगिसक्यो
पाइपर
त्यसले
मरिसक्यो
देख्ने गरी टिभी हाने क्या मैले
यहाँ वो पिलरको पछाडि
One enemy
No more
remaining.
so
लास्ट
dear.
त्यही छ ट्र्याप ला केटा हो
Terrible.
अनि कस्तो गरेर बुझिस्
देखेँ
अँ
Everyone's tech still working? Double
त्यसको अगाडि
check,
टिभी
please.
गरे तैँले
त्यसलाई एकछिन कुरेर अनि त्यसको अगाडि टिभी गरेर क्या त्यसले देख्ने गरी फिर्ताको होस् भनेर ओइ मलाई कसैले फ्यान्टम चलाउनु पर्छ क्या हो
ओली
लसन।
फ्यान्टम
फ्यान्टम चाहिँ ए भएछ
चलाउँछु
थ्याङ्क यू
Can I get this?
ए
भइसक्यो लिइसक्यो मैले तिमीले चलाउँछौ
होइन
I'll cut through.
रटन
आइदैन मलाई केही पनि
किनै वाल एकछिन
मिडमा छ
मिडमा रसाएर छैन पछाडि छ
Placing swarm grenade.
ओ फक द हेड
Placing swarm grenade. Found them. Killed my bot.
बिसाइड छिर्छ
बी छिरै
इभेन हेर्दै लसन म
Swarm grenade out.
नाइस वान
पेन्ट्स
Turrets destroyed.
यहाँ छ
Here.
माथि छ है
इभेनमा
टेबलमा दुईजना आए तीनजना रेना पनि होला टेबलमै
ओए कसरी टाउको
Last player standing.
ओ माई गड शटगन लिएर बसिरहेको थियो
Spike
रेना
down
पनि त्यही
B.
थियो ए रेना अरे पाइपर रेना चाहिँ त्यहाँ होला है
30 seconds left.
यो चाहिँ पाइपर यो रेना नाइस ट्राई
नाइस ट्राई
आर्के
त्यही भने व्हाट द फक आर यु डुइङ के यति क्याम्प गरेर आएर छ
I
नि
know
Ah.
what must
Request.
be done. Can I
लसन
get this?
रिक्वेस्ट
Thanks.
मलाई पनि
मलाई त्योबाट किन्दैन फ्यान्टम
मलाई
Can I get this? Thanks.
एक्चुअली
मलाई पनि फ्यान्टम
Can I
मलाई
get this? Thanks.
नेभर माइन्ड तिमीलाई पुग्छै पुग्दैन
छ मसँग
पैसा
ओए
टन्नै छ
रिक्वेस्ट गरेर लसन
यसो गरौँ न यसो गरौँ
छ मसँग।
न साइड
सेलको-
चेन्ज गरौँ न एकजना
सेलकोलाई चाहिन्छ
Don't overthink it. That's
होइन
my
होल्डमा त गऱ्यो भने जित्छ क्या पुसै नगर्न सौरभले त यहाँ गएर मरिस्
त्यहाँ छ है गन
Here.
नगर्न
म त्यहाँ गएर मरे होइन पछाडि नै मर्यो
Turret out.
देखिरहेको छु हेडसट दुईचोटि हाल्यो
ए अँ बिमेनमा गएर मर्यो मिड 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 आइसक्यो मिड पुस गर्छु मिड वाल हान्दियो उता जाने गरी वाल हान्दियो उता पुग्ने गरी ल पुर्दै बसिरहेको पुरेर बस्छ त्यसको टिम मिडमा छ अन्त मै हो त्यो त्यही पनि
ए गयो जस्तो है
रेनाइ थियो हैन रेना मात्र थियो
भाइपर मिडमा थियो है
माथि केयर गर माथि हेभन केयर गर हेभन हुन्छ सर र्याम्स चाहिँ हुन्छ होला
र्याम्स आउँछ है
बीमा आवाज
बीमा पनि छ
भाइपर थियो यता
30 seconds left.
Placing swarm grenade.
Nowhere to run!
एटलिस्ट 3 जना यता 3 जना एमा केटा भेन्ट्रुम केयरफुल
भाइपर
टाइम छैन एकछिन नदिन
त्यहाँबाट आएर चाहिँ
10 seconds left.
5 4 3 भ्याउँदैन इजी सेभ
Swarm
गर
grenade out. Swarm grenade out.
Spike down A.
up.
Last player standing.
क्याम्प गर्ने नि
My
हजुर
power does not end. Ask for aid and you
म
shall.
त यतिकै डिस्ट्र्याक्ट गर्दा हाल्दा त्यहाँ
Phantom.
फ्यान्टम कलाई नन
Can I get
सबैलाई
this?
फ्यान्टम दियो सबैलाई फ्यान्टम म पनि फ्यान्टम
Can I get this? Thanks.
एमै खेल्छु
अरु
एमै खेल्छु तर म पुश गर्दिन साच्ची कसम गर्दिन यसमा
यिनीहरुलाई त होल्ड मात्र गरे पनि पुग्ने जस्तो कि
होल्ड गरे
के हाम्रो मिडफिल्ड भने
भने न सर होल्ड मात्र गर जिते क्या हामी यतिकै जित्छ क्या
Placing alarm bot.
वेबसाइट गर्छ छ दुईजना छ तर रोटेट नगर मिड आउँछ
पिक नरे जेट पिक
Placing swarm
गर्नला
grenade.
ल हावामा मार्दियो मलाई त
Joke's over! You're dead!
It's a nice one.
साइड सिर
Represent rush गरेछ Lawson आइसक्यो सरी साइड सिर
सद्दु
Spike planted.
Bot coming back. Bot coming back.
कस्तो यार यसपालि रेज भइदियो दामी हुन्थ्यो यार
Last player
Wait,
standing.
हैन त्यहाँ ग्याप छ त्यो वालकोमा माथि
हैन वालमा ग्याप छैन के
त्यहाँ माथि चढेर देखिन्छ के भित्र
ए माथि चढे तिमी नाइस
105 बल्ल
तिम्रो
पुस हान्न थाल्यो
मारेस
मेरो कस्तो फ्रेम ड्रप भइरहेछ
Let them try to get through me.
अनि
Handle
हामीले पिङ नै 80 मा खेल्ला छ
Can I get this? Thanks. Can I get this?
तीनपल्ट उफ्रिरहेको छ अनि
फ्यान्टम
त्यो
कसैले
हैन भकर भयो अहिले सर्भर ल्याग भयो
मैले मर्न अगाडि 3टा बुलेट
Can I
देखाए
get this?
सेलको के सेभ गर्छौ कि
Thanks.
म सेभै गर्छु
न उले किन्दिसक्यो
अल्ट छ मेरो
Quick peeks
स्पेक्टर
now.
स्पेक्टर
Watching
त्यहाँ छ
this.
ले ओइ
ल
स्पेक्टर किनिसकेकोले
आइसक्यो त
Placing
Sorry.
a sentry.
कतिजना म रोटेट गरौँ कि नगरौँ
ए भाइ यो मुजी सधैँ ब्याक स्ट्याप किन बस्छ के खातेको पोइ
जान्छ त
त्यसले फेरि त्यो एकजना ब्याक स्ट्यापै त्यो यतै आउँछ बीमै आउँछ आई मिन एमै आउँछ सरी
तिमी जस्तै होला नि त
म अस्ति भएर त छुट्याए नि मुलो मेरो स्ट्याट मलाई नै हान्दैछ यार
Placing alarm
यार
bot.
स्पाइक ड्रप छ यता स्पाइक ड्रप
एमा स्पाइक ड्रप गर्यो नाइसली
पछाडि
क्रस गर्यो
You will not kill my allies.
र्याम्स यसरी हान्दाखेरि तिम्रो लोकेसन थाहा हुन्छ क्या त्यसले
Found them.
मेरो फ्रेम ड्रप भइरहेछ यस्तो कवर्ड फ्रेम ड्रप भएर यार ओ माय गॉड
80
मेरो के भएर फ्रेम
त्यसले हिल गरे हैन
Last player standing. 30 seconds left. Spike down A.
3 killed.
Ace.
One enemy remaining.
Ace clutch, ace clutch.
Time.
10 seconds
Decent.
left.
दिन्छु दिन्छु
Worthless dead fools.
That's good.
Oh my
And
god.
that was good.
Don't stress if I
Good,
die.
good.
It was great knowing you all.
How
Also
to look
delete my
cool while
number.
acing भनेर भिडियो बनाऊ है त इट्स नि
के भइरहेको
यस्तो क्यारी हुँदा के गर्दै पर्दैन तर सिङ्गापुर सर्भरमा हेर कति कति नन टक्सिक हुन्छन्
त्यही त कस्तो काम के हामी यस्तो टक्सिक हुँदैन
म तिम्रो यसै हेर्नु पाएन यार छ
Tired.
Out of
I don't die
charges.
this time beat मिड खाली
बी कोही छैन
ओ नो बिच ओ नो फकिङ शिट तिनीहरुको अगाडि गएर टिपी हान्दिरहेको
Turret out.
यस देखे है वाटर्समा त्यो वाट
मेरो कस्तो फ्रेम ड्रप भएर ह्याक तेरिकी
चिल्के एक उड त एकचोटी
मैले ए छोड्दै थिएँ ए रिटेक गरेर उसको अल्टी लसनको अल्टी छ
ए
छोड्दै प्लान गर्दै छोड्दै नम्बर मात्र स्क्रिन्समा अल्टी हान्दै
7-2
FK हो
Spike planted.
heal छ
Recalling my bot.
Nowhere to run!
लसन अल्टी हान्दै
Initiated.
अल्टी
ए यता कुन्दामा छ यता राइटमा
एकछिन
फ्ल्यासिङ है 1 2
Last player standing.
भित्र फ्ल्यास
ब्याड फ्ल्यास
ब्याड फ्ल्यास
खास त्यो देखेर तर्सिया क्या म
Enemy removed.
सट बिचारा भाइमा
डिलिटेड
कस्तो मेरो त हरेक प्लेको त्यो अपोज भइरहेछ कि यसमा
Wind. Show me where to go.
न ब्याक स्ट्याप हान्न पायो न ब्ल्याचेस हान्न पायो
एउटा कुरा एउटा याद गर्न हो त सिङ्गापुर सर्भरमा खेलिरहेको इन्डियनमा
Can
होइन
I get this? Thanks.
गेम
Can
स्टाइलै
I
चेन्ज
get
हुन्छ
this?
जिस्ट चाहिँ के हो जिस्ट मेरो साथ
गेम प्ले
पैसा
चेन्ज
नि है भाइ
गेम प्ले
पैसा
चेन्ज
नहीं।
हुन्छ क्या
तैँले ब्याकस्ट्याप गर्नै सक्दैन किनभने तिनीहरू एकजना जहिले पनि होल्ड गर्छ क्या जहिले पनि क्या
फिनिक्स होल्ड गरेर
फिनिक्स हैन रे
रेनाले
फिनिक्स पनि छ
Placing sentry.
अफ
Alarm bot out.
कतिजना पानीको आवाज आयो
ट्याग त गरे तर
मिडमा बसिरहेको हुन्छ हर एकजना
लसन लेगले नछोड्नु पर्ने
Recalling my bot.
मछु
होइन नि बस्यो हुन्छ आयो ड्रोन यता गऱ्यो
ड्रोन आयो
ड्रोन फुटाउ त एकजनाले होइन फुटाउ
Placing alarm bot.
मिड केटा
Placing swarm
Ah, go.
grenade.
आयो
एकैछिन होल्ड गर्न सक्छस्
भाग्यो
ठिकै आइज छिटो
उतै हो एम
त्यहाँ आउँछु नि
अल्लम्बर ट्रिगर भयो भने हेर न
कति रोटेट
ए एभन आइसक्यो
साइड
30
गरेर
seconds
छिटो
left.
राजपिटर सुता होल्ड गरिरहेछ
एक्ज्याक्टली ब्रो
ए
फेरि अल थ्री
Bot coming back.
यार
Calling my bot.
मार्थे यार तिनीहरूलाई
एकजना बीमा छ
Spike planted.
Fuck you, dumbass. Fuck.
Placing swarm
Heal
grenade.
गर्छु त उसलाई jet.
Swarm grenade
Healing
out.
you. Turret out.
One enemy
Enemy
remaining.
down.
what the hell what the hell
छिर सबैजना छिर मास्क ल
बाबा स्प्रे हान्दै स्प्रे हान्दै
यहाँ कुनामा छ कुनामा 70 नाइस
fuck you
Gun here.
फ्यान्टम
तर त्यो भाइको अल्टिमा त्यसरी खेल्नुपर्छ
उनले पनि सिके अब त्यो फ्यान्डल थियो त र्याम्पेजर
Gun
ओसित
here.
ओसित
Match point.
लसन फ्यान्टम लसन
Can I get this?
ऱ्यान्डम हेडशट लाग्छ
Can I get this? Thanks.
सो लाइक
राम्रो गन रिक्वेस्ट गर लेट मसँग पैसा
Can I get this?
ए भाइ हो क्या रहा है भाइ
ब्लेड माग न माग र्याम्पेजरसँग पैसा
पैसा क्या माग
रेड एक्सन कभर दिन्छ
मसित पैसा माग शेरिफ के रे यो माग्न स्पेक्टर लेट
एक्सन कभर दे
तर लाउन उलाई हिल दिन जाऊ हिल दिन गए हुन्छ उलाई
मलाई हिँडिदिँदा दिँदै सिद्धिन्छ उसको गेम खेल
ए माछ दिनहरु रेना ब्याकस्ट्याप पछि
रेना ब्याकस्ट्यापको लागि बसिरहेछ डुएलिस्ट बस्छ ब्याकस्ट्यापको लागि के हो यार
दुईजना डुएलिस्ट ब्याकस्ट्यापको लागि बसिरहेछ क्या
यता आयो
Placing swarm
न
grenade.
मिडमा छ
मरा
नाइस
ठीक छ मैले ड्यामेज गरेर मलाई पोइजन दिएको थियो कर्नरमा त्यही भएर म
ओके
भाग्न सकिन
आए
What's this? Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out. Reloading.
चिरिसाइ हुन सक्छ है मेरो अलार्मबाट त्यहाँ थिएन
I'm watching mid
मिडमा छिरा छैन
spike drop
Found them.
mid बाट आयो
मिडमा
मेट दुईजना तीनजना
फर्क
Enemy
कता
spotted.
पछाडि आयो
30 seconds left.
त्यसरी पछाडि
मेन बी मेन
99 हेभनमा तीनजना मेरो कस्तो फ्रेम ड्रप भएर चाहिँ नत्र दुईजना मर्छ होला
ट्याप म भन्ने सोचेर
बियो
Spike planted.
You fought well.
नाइस फ्यान्टम छ साइडमा चाहिँ
Last player standing.
spam
त्यो
ह्यान्डल चलाउनु पनि आयो यार भएन यस्तो
स्प्रे गर्दिला यार हुन्छ पनि
ह्यान्डल चलाउँदा स्प्रे गर्नुपर्छ नि त
I apologize.
किन लाग्दैन
Trouble share.
Reloading.
यिनीहरू कस्तो
तेरिका
के गरी खेल्दा चाहिँ थाहा छैन यार मलाई त
Can I get this?
कन्फ्युज भइसक्यो
Thanks.
अरू कसैलाई चाहिन्छ चाहिँदैन ब्लेडलाई
Fight.
स्पेल
हारे नै
चाहिन्छ
हार्छ है
थाहा छ यो मतलबले छ जित्ने
Wall raised.
सौरभ
पर्नै नपर्ने क्या म यसै
थाहा छ मलाई सौरभ
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out. Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
लसन
ओ माई
मिड क्लियर अल बी
सकेर
तिमीसँग के थियो
मसँग भ्यान्डल
दया तल
Placing alarm bot.
Spike planted.
हेभनमा 600
Alarm bot down.
छिल्कीले आफूलाई ब्लक गर्यो
थाहा छैन त्यसलाई
Last player standing.
Enemy down.
बस दुवै त्यतिर छ
कहाँनिर
फर द स्ट्रिम लेट्स डु दी
राइट
नेभर माइन्ड आई टेक दैट बैक
Sudden death.
I will take back what is
फ्यान्टम
mine.
फ्यान्टम
Can I get
फ्यान्टम
this? Can I get
म
this?
ए खेल्छु यार म ए खेल्न सक्छु यार
Can I get this? Thanks.
एमा ब्याकस्ट्याप बस्छ एमा लर्कर बस्छ
तँलाई के पिक गन साथै मार्न हो त्यो रेनाले
हेरै दिँदैन
अट्टै पार्दिनु
पनि राम्रै छ अनि त्यही भएर पनि होला ए होइन होइन यस्तो क्या एकजनाको फ्ल्यास आउँछ पछाडिबाट अनि त्यसपछि त्यसले मारिदिइहाल्छ क्या
साइडबाट खेल्छ त्यसको एमा स्कोप
छ भने डबल फ्ल्यास गर्छ त्यसले सिंगल फ्ल्यास हान्दैन डबल फ्ल्यासै हान्छ सिधै
मिडमा छ आवाज
मेरो अल ट्याप भयो एकछिन है
ए रे 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 एमा छ एमा दुईटा एमा छ ओए कसैले हेरेको मारिसक्यो एमा भन्दैछु केटाहरू कस्तो सबैजना पोजिसनबाटै नचल्दिरहेको
अल ट्याप हो भने
हामी त नचले आयो
त्यही त क्या हेप्दिरहेको मलाई त भन्दैछु ए गर्दैछु
हैन सबैजना हो
यार मलाई
सबै हो र
प्लान्ट भइसक्यो अब हो भने चाहिँ होइन
Spike planted.
फिनिक्स ट्याग थियो सोभा ट्याग थियो रेना ट्याग
Reloading. Reloading.
के गर्न त्यो
Turret destroyed.
म रसान छ है
Placing swarm grenade.
लास्ट राउन्ड
त पछाडी छ
ल
एउटै नलायो
Last player standing.
यार
Attackers win.
माई फल्ट यार हैन मेरो फल्ट
छैन मेरो
अति कम्पिटिटिभ जसरी खेल्ला छ भने खेल्नै मन नलाग्यो
के गर्नु हुन्छ
कस्तो पार्यो
लास्ट धोका दिए यार लास्टमा
सबले हो क्या
हैन
ए भन्दै चाहिँ कोही नचल्दा क्या पोजिसनबाट कस्तो मति भएर आउँछ भनेर लुकेर बसिरहेको
हैन एकजना मात्र भन्था नि त यिनीहरू त्यसरी आइरहेको थियो
मैले भनेको थिएँ उनीहरू सबै गरेर थियो मैं अझ
एकजना भने जस्तो लाग्थ्यो
सबै भने क्या मैले भाग्दाखेरि
र सबै भने जस्तो लाग्थेन मलाई चाहिँ
अब हुन त स्ट्रिम छ है अब स्ट्रिममा हेरेर भन्दा नि हेर्दा नि हुन्छ कस्तो भनेको छैन रे
खै एकछिन है म हेरिहाल्छु
के भयो होला
रगन हेरिहालौँ
एक देख्न जान्दिउँ चिलमा खेल्ने
ओके हुन्छ
हुन्छ
एउटा कसम डेट म्याच खेलेर
भोलि 3टाको छ है क्लास
प्र्याक्टिकल सबमिट गरेस् ल्याब
सबमिट गर
गरिसक्यो
किन हाँसियो लसन
दुईटा एमा छ भने त्यही
देख्यो हेर म रोकेर म म्यापमा हेर्दै भागिरहेको थिएँ
दुईटा एमा छ भने अनि मारिदिइहाल्यो भन्नु भने
म्यापमा हेर्दै भागिरहेको थिएँ कि म खासमा कोही नचल्या के खिचिकको त चल्नुपर्छ नि कस्तो लाजु नभएको तिमीहरूलाई
मेरो अल ट्याप भएको भने
तेरो अल टाइम भएको हामी त नचलेकै हो नि त फेरि
दुईजना मात्र भन्यो नि त तिमीले अनि त्यो
हैन
भनेको धेरै त हो नि तिनीहरूको लागि
म रोटेट गर्थेँ हैन अनि अल ट्याप भएको भने त्यो भगवानले नै कसैले नजाऊ भने हो क्या
हैन खास यस्तो के रेना आएको थियो रेनाको ब्लाइन्ड आएको थियो नि त अनि रेना त लर्कर थियो हैन
फिनिक्सको ब्लाइन्ड आएको हो के
Warm up.
रेनाको ब्लाइन्ड
रेना लेट एन्ट्री थियो ए ल यसमा पनि निडो ड्रप हान्न हुन्छ
त्यो हान्नी र ड्रप
के ड्रप
बाइट गन चाहिँ मिल्दैन रहेछ
This symphony
Get
of
drop.
death.
निडो ड्रप भन्न मिल्छ
रिक्वेस्ट टु ड्रप रिक्वेस्ट
Fight. We win. We survive.
भन्दा पनि भन्दैन रहेछ
व्हाट
पिकाबु मत पक्का
एउटै मेरो त लागिरहेकै छैन यार अघि पनि त्यस्तै भइरहेको
साला ब्लेड हिडी मार्छ यार
लकी शट लाग्यो त्यो चाहिँ तँलाई त लकी शट लाग्यो
ओए ओए भाई ओए चिल्के भाई ये कहाँ है भाई आरती भाई
चिल्के 145 न मर्दिरा
जित्यो क्याप्टेन
म ड्यास दिँदै बसिरहेको छु
ल एकल जोड यार
दुईजना यार दुईजनै के
कमोजी एम
दुबै
खाते
जेट जेट
नप मेरो त कवाड
तिमी चलिरहेछ
मलाई मार्न देन एकजना प्लिज
चलिरहेको छु म चलेकै थिएन
मारे सी
मोजी छिल्के यार यो एस्ट्रा लिएर देख्दै दिँदैन यार यो एस्ट्रा टाढाबाट
मैले त्यही भएर लिएको
ओए कहाँ हान्नु यार म
उयो राम्रो त लाग्छ यार
फेरि पड्काइदियो खाते
No. Oh no. छिल्के त हाम्रा छ आज छिल्के पनि कममा छ
म हेर्न बसिरहेको त
180
भन्ने
oh shit I die क शिफ्ट गरेको स्टिकी के खोल्दिरहेको मेरो
ओए वाल ब्याङ हान्न सर म उसले वाल ब्याङ हाने यार मलाई ए ल
छिल्केले हेड हानेर छिल्के
के हो कति चला यार ऱ्याम्पेजर अरे नचलाउनु त
ए भाइ दुई साइडबाट पेल्दे यार
मलाई पनि
के दिन्छ केल्नुला दुई आसी भागी चाहिँ
कहाँबाट हान्छ अगाडि ऱ्याम्पेजर माथि छु
ओहो सर्ट यार लाग्यो दुईटा हेर्छ
माम टक्नी
हेर्छ होला भन्दा आएको के म हेर्छ भन्दा आएको
ए भाइ सास्ता फेर्न देऊ
छिल्का फायर भ्यान
त्यसले 54 प्लस खाएर आयो
जिली पनि खेल्छ अरे क्विट गरेर फेरि सुरु
गर्ने हो गर्ने गरिदियो
गरिदिउँ
अनि यसपछि म जान्छु ल त्यही पनि हुन्छ सकाइदिउँ न अर्को खेलौँ न
Are you ready guys? एकछिन बस्नको लागि कुर्ने
खेल्छ र
गेममै छ 1 2 3 4 5 6
छैन त के नयाँ अकाउन्ट
सिका दाइ भन्ने नयाँ अकाउन्ट थाहा छैन
उसलाई पर्खिँदा होइन
चिका दाइ भने मैले के को छ्यानी फोरी
सिखामारुको छोरा
होइन
चिका दाइ त्यो नारुतो क्यारेक्टर रे
सिखामारुको छोरा
Let's go स्वर क्र्याकर भइदिरा के
लेट्स गो
ओइ त्यो चाहिँ खतरा थियो
त्यसको नाम के रे
त्यो त पक्कै नै उसकै हो के रे कुट्टी डुको
के चाहिँ त्यसको नाम तेमारी हो सिकामारुको वाइफको नाम के रे
कन्फ्युज हुन्छ
जेट सानी छ अनि कसैले नि हान्दैन भनेर लिइरहेको
सिकामारुको वाइफको नाम के हो तेमारी हैन
तेमारी
हैन
तेमारी
Death match.
तेमारी त
Warm up.
अहिले स्पोइल नदेऊ यार
अनि स्पोइल भन्नै पर्दैन तिमीले त्यो हेरेपछि नै थाहा हुन्छ क्या लाइक
वेलकम
I'm the last thing they'll see before they die.
स्पोइल नै हुँदैन के
Nicely calculated.
क्याप्टेनको स्प्रे च्या क्याप्टेनले स्प्रे गरेको थियो हाँस उठ्यो यार मलाई क्याप्टेनको फुल स्प्रे गयो के
ओए मुजी झिल्के त के गरेर खेल्नु खाके ह्याकर
छिल्के ह्याक्छ पाएन
मेरो चपी गयो वाट
कोट
सरी लेट
148 हेर्नु त्यसलाई
ओए
त्यत्रो किल भएर म
मेरो किन फ्रेम
किल भएर पर्दैन तँलाई
थाहा थियो कि ब्लेड आइरहेको हुनु
120
कस्तो मलाई लाज नभए यार यो माइक हेराइदिएर
थिली टान्थ्यो मलाई
ल मुजी ल टक्क
मारो ओ यो ब्लेड हो
पछाडिकोलाई हान्ने अगाडि अर्को चाहिँ आइदिइराखेँ
ए मलाई कसले मार्न है कुकु हो यो मलाई मार्ने कु हो यो
ओए पछाडिबाट
कसैले देखेको छैन यार मैले
के बा
बिचरा अबला नारीलाई के कसले मार्न आएको चक्कुले चलको प्लिज म रिपोर्ट गर्छु तिमीलाई ह्याकिङ भनेर ह्याकिङ सेलकोले ह्याकिङ भनेर
लागि नै रहेको छैन
मैले
भन्दैछु त
अझ आरे
आया हाँस उठ्यो
कस्तो गराको
ल पछाडिबाट
ए भाइ मेरेको साथ हुने त भाइ
प्लेट
आयो म डेथ म्याच टिल्ट हुनु
हेत्री कसरी लाएर तिमीलाई
ल साला 180 हानेर मार्छ यार
म त जिगल पिक गर्छु भने बस यार कहाँ बसिरह सेलको
फिटबाट फर्क वेलकम
अर्कोले मारे
ओइ
सबै टाउकोमा
र्याम्पेजर कहाँ हान्दा यार ल म त वाल ब्याङ लगाइरहेको थिएँ वाल ब्याङले नै कति
वाल
खाएर मैले म लुकेकै थिएन खास तर चलेको अय्या हाँस उठ्यो यार र्याम्पेजर चलेको थियो मैले हान्नु पनि सकेको होइन कि फेरि किल चोर्ने मेरो के
ए भाइ नाइफ हान्दैन मलाई एकजनालाई
Play the play, let's slay.
ओए
इसको मोटी तंगडी पसंद है
दिल क्या कर
बल्ल मरे कति पछि
बल्ल त ल्याग गरेर आए रे
मुझे छिल के
इम्पोर्ट हटाएर आएको
ए भाई म त बटम फ्राई गर्दैछु यार यसमा मार ए मलाई कस्तो हालत म
होइन हो
कसरी मर्यो
आया अच्छा
चिके नाइस तेरिका दिल केले चोर्दै नि मेरो चक्कु त्रो कुदेर आको है
कसो भने एडिटिङ लाग्ने खेल्ने कुन चाहिँ छैन अप्सन भयो अलरेडी चाहिँ खेल्न सक्दैन क्या भाइ
कसरी नमरे यार
कहाँ खुट्टामा हान्दैछु किन
80 ड्यामेज
ए भाइ 120 कोले हान्छ भाइ
लास्टको अब अर्को
ओए what you doing ओए ओए
भित्रबाट भेट्दै
Knife your bot boy.
तेरिका के हो
Lawson fucking
10 kills remaining.
र्याम्पेजर के हो यार खेल्न आउँदैन भन्दा भन्दै लागेन भन्दा भन्दै
म यहाँ पुटम सागर भइसक्यो
मुझे बट पल्ट्यो बे
दुई हेडसट हान्दिएर यार
हान्नै सकेन
हे हेल चाहिएको थियो मलाई
एमबट त्यही भएर युज गर्नु हुँदैन कि
सबैले दल्न चाहिँ चल्छ क्या उता उता यता उता चल्छ
त्यही कस्तो चल्छ कि पुरा क्रस गर्दै चल्दै हान्रहेछ क्या म त कस्तो हाँसेर अघि
5 kills remaining.
डुब्बै जेट
बचाइबाट आयो को आयो
सिल्के ह्याकर
मारेर
मार्नु अगाडि नै भनिदिहाले आवाज सुने
हातमा आइरहेछ भनेर
स्प्रे हाने
आया
अचानक आउँछ
1 minute remaining.
टक्कु हान्न देऊ न
नाइ कस्तो हाने यार ह्याकिङ युआर ह्याकिङ राम्रो हाने यार ओए ओए ओए
धन्यवाद
दुईजनाको बिचमा पर्यो आया अच्छा
तान्या त हो मैले
हेत्तेरिका मेरो किल
30 seconds left.
आया मुझी
1 kill remaining.
यो ब्लेड त पट
नदे मिडमा
यार किल टाइम प्लिज
10 seconds left.
घर जाओ
मरने का एक दूसरे के साथ मरने का
नाइस
वन ट्याप हान्दिर यार
खतरा खेल अघि खतरा हान्न थियो मलाई त आउँछ प्याट हेडसट हानि गयो ल
अझै एक गेम
म चाहिँ जान्छु मेरो हात दुख्न
बच्चे गाइस वान टु वन मोर
तिमीहरू खेल न उसँग
ए हामी सुत्न जानला तर
ए
यो लास्ट थियो त कि एक गेम खेल्ने अझै देश म्याचै भने मैले
म चाहिँ जान्छु
के छ र
एङ्जाइटी रे फेरि
के पुग्यो के हो
मलाई
म चाहिँ निस्किन्छु है
कुरा न कुरा कहाँ जाला तिमी
गेम खेल न ल खै सुरु भइसक्यो
त्यही भने नि
ला
This is peer pressure.
ला मैले थिचिसकेको स्टार्ट
बग हो कि क्या हो
This is peer pressure. This is peer pressure, guys.
म अर्कै सेन्समा एकचोटि ट्राई गर्छु त्यही कस्तो हुँदैछ
अब 8 के 8 हुन्छ अब अहिले
सेन्सै चेन्ज गर्न
रिसेट मार्दै ला भन्ला अहिले
आस्त्राको एन्टी चाहिँ दामी रहेछ यार
रमाइलो छ
के गर्छ भविष्य अनि भनिन्छ क्या
त्यस्तै पनि यहाँबाट यो एङ्गलबाट पिक गर्छ भनिदिन्छ क्या अनि कुर्दै बस्ने
हेलो दोस्तों
आज देखिए एक अनौठा खेल अनोखो
इन्डियन हिरो निकालो भने नि
Death match.
गेमै खेल्न छोड्नु
अब नयाँ अनलाइन नि त ग्रेनेडर कि
आवाज यतिकै रिसुली
नयाँ हिरो अनलाइन नि त
माछु दा के जेटले कम हेरिडेल पिसा सिट भन्छ नि इन्डियन वाला गाइडले माछु दा
अनि त्यो नयाँ अनलाइन त डिसेन्ट एउटा आज
ग्रेनेडियर
ग्रेनेडियर कि
ल मामा चिटके
व्हाट इज दिस
ए हो पो
नाइ
फुल म्याक्स याने
पुरै म्याक्स दियो नि यार
कसरी मारे मैले मलाई पहिले देख्छ जस्तो लाग्यो क्या यसपालि साँच्ची भयो
त्यही
त्यही त मैले देखेकै थिएन क्या त
चिपक गर्दै गइरहेको थियो स्नाइप निकालेर
ह्याकर बोला
चिपक गर्दै एउटा वान शट सेलको वान शट सेलको रे ए र्याम्पेजर मैले त अघिकै
ए मर भाइ कति चलायो क्या बुझी आइज खाते आइज पाप चले क्या ब्लेड त
ब्याटल अफ द वी एउटा जेट माथि
यो सेन्समा खेल्न सक्यो भने चाहिँ राम्रो यार तर
ओ माय गॉड मनी एक बडीमा खेल्छ
वाह सेलको व्हाट
सकिँदैन यार
क्या यार
फक म्यान छिल्क्याउन रोल एस नै दिएला एस नदि
नो यस्तै यार मेरो अच्छा
एक्ज्याक्टली माइ पोइन्ट
ब्लेड यार ब्लेड स्प्रे नगर यार तिमी
हैन अब अर्कै सेन्समा छु के
दामी हान्थ्यो यार मलाई
डिफरेन्ट सेन्समा छु के म
नत्र खतरा स्प्रे भयो
काममै छैन यार यो फ्यान्टसी
या महिने
आया ओए
हेत्तिरका
रिंगार्ड लाग्दो रहेछ यार
राइट मर न यार
बडी सेन्समा त
ओए प्रिफायर हान्दा छ
फायर विथ
प्रिफायर हान्दा छ मलाई
ल माम्पाको मैले त्यत्रो हानेको उठ्यो त्यो यार लेजिट मैले 146 हाने थिएँ क्या
हो नो
मैले उब्रिरहेको थिएँ यार
क्यू र्याम्पेजर पनि पुरा फर्म गर्छ सेम त्यही भएको के सेम आया आजा
फसर ना करो
कस्तो लाज नभए यार आफूलाई
त्यही त भने
केले जित्न दिने हो त
यस्तो नि
त्यसले बोले के मर्छ यार म
It's a
भनेको
It's a curse.
मेरै लक खराब भइरहेको
Wait! पिक पनि गर्न नहुने हेल्थ कम भइसक्यो
म नि 10 एचपी मा छु
ए भाइ सधैँ मलाई किन यो शटमा मात्र जन्माइदिरा भने
साह्रो पेलिरा यार
145 ब्लेड लो थियो यार 1 HP थियो ब्लेड लाइक 5 HP
बल्ल सेन्सर बानी बस्यो अलिकति ठिक छ
हेल्प लिदिरा नि चा
आया लाउना
यो मान्छे हिँड्दै हेडसट हान्दैछ कसरी गर्न भएन नि गाइस
ए लाग्छ थियो यसलाई कहाँबाट बडी शट लाग्यो
Oh my god. इसको मानी मर्दैन. I'm beginning to feel like a aimbot.
ए नयाँ बरु कस्टमर नयाँ मोड
beginning to feel like a shame bot भन्नु होला चाहिँ हुन मरे हाम्रो
Oh my god.
so close
कस्टममा नयाँ मोड खेल्नु पर्ने यार रमाइलो हुन्छ
टोको यो फ्रेन्सी लिएर आउँछ
अनलिमिटेड एबिलिटी
चिन्तामा हाल्न चाहिँ
अनलिमिटेड एबिलिटी राख्दा त अलिक चाउने हुन्छ होला ब्रिजको नतर हाने हुन्छ ब्रिजको त
पछाडिकोले मार्यो
फ्ल्यास त लाग्दैन होला
कुर्दिरा हेर्दिरा यार यता नाइस डन
मिडमा भित्र सबै जाने मै मात्र हो मिडमा जाने कोही पनि आउँदैन यार मिडमा
म पनि छु
जानै नपाइ मरिसक्यो
जाने देख्यो नि जानै नपाइ मरे नि म
यसरी जाने
म सधैँ मिडमै खेल्दै क्या त्यसरी
म त योलो भित्र छिर्दिन्छ हैन अनि यताउता
टुडे इज नट माइ डे
त्यसरी खेल्नु पर्छ कोही सर्टमा बसिरहेको छ कोही टाइसमा
ए मर न मर
ल
सर्टमा बसिरहेको छ कोही टाइस
कुटे गरे यार
यार ठीक है वालबर्ट आएछ
लो के हो इस पुल डैमेजर
10 kills remaining.
ब्लेडले त के हो आउँदै मार्यो त छायालाई म हेर्दै छु है साइडबाट मार्दिन
ऐसे खेलने का ना
ए एम भित्र
सेन्स चेन्ज गर्के
लौसन आयो अब
सोचिरहेको थिएँ
मेरो भर चेन्ज गर्के
3 souls.
एस रे
एस नाइस
ओए मर्दै हाल्यो म फेरि
ए कुरा न म सेन्स चेन्ज गर्छु म पनि
यो सेन्सर त खेल्न सक्दैन यार गाह्रो छ मलाई गाह्रो भएर चाहिँ
कतिमा खेल्नु
ओमा जाँदैन के
कतिमा हो
के हो यार what the fuck
आया
किन यो आची गर्दै उफ्रिन्छ यो केटी वास्तव
5 kills remaining.
नर्भस
ऱ्याम्पेजर कस्तो चल्यो भने अरे
पुरानो सेन्सको बारे बिग्रे यार
One kill remaining.
ठीक है जित्दे
मेरा दीदी ए भाई जरा देख के मारो
10 seconds left.
ये मच्छी
नो प्याएन
मार
यार
मलाई एकचोटि मार
प्याएन
त कहाँ बिमेमा थिएछ
मैले खाइदे मैले छिल्केन
यार उसलाई मार्थे यार मैले
कपालतिर ठ्याक्क निधारमै ताकिरहेको थियो होला मेरो
Jesus. I was fucking exhausted.
GG people.
Bye boys.
GG pips.
Goodbye. ल लसनको हात चाँडै हिल होस् यत्रो देश म्याच खेलेछ मलाई अनएडिटेड
मेरो हात दुखिसक्यो
मेरो हात दुखिरहेछ
दुखिरहेछ मलाई नि अलि
ल जिजिस
ल जिजी
जिजिस ब्रो जिजी
या हात त दुखिरहेछ र हिजोको भन्दा अलिकति ठिक भयो जस्तो लाग्यो बट स्टिल कति बाँकी छ 3000 एक्सपी भनेपछि स्पाइक रस 3टा हानौँ न
Match found.
Let's spike rus. Let's do 3 spike rus probably. And
Go. Let's go.
के हो नसाको प्रब्लम जस्तो लागिरहेको थियो यता तिमीले देख्छ यतापट्टि यो मसल दुखिरहेको थियो होइन यतापट्टि पनि
भाई सबसे पावरफुल रायना है रायना क्या लगता है सबसे पावरफुल कैरेक्टर कौन सा होगा
सुपरमैन
अबे भाई वो स्पाइक का वो जब ब्लास्ट होता है तब भाई वो जिंदा रह जाती है अपने अल्ट पे
Spike rush.
अरे मतलब उस टाइम किसी को मारा हो और ई प्रेस करके रखा हो
Yeah, but it doesn't have much time then.
क्या हो गया ब्रो आवाज नहीं है
भाई मार भगा के मार भाई इसको तो और मारना ये योरू करना क्या चलोगा
One enemy remaining.
Nice! Killed it! And them. We definitely killed them.
Reloading.
हुन्छ त यो Where am I?
Safety's off.
Reloading. Time to hunt.
तीनटाला 101 ड्यामेज के
Spike planted. Healing enemy.
Who's next?
3 for me.
One enemy remaining.
Bomb buddy out.
I don't need a gun.
Hey guys.
Last round in the half.
Brimstone, if you must leave, then leave quick. Where do we go?
assist हैन 4 assist भइसक्यो what the fuck
You know what to do.
Blind है वो blind है.
ताना सके त आदिम
Last player standing.
See ya.
एक और है योरू भी है.
Who's next?
ताना सके त
Switching sides.
Special about that Killjoy's tech. I've got visual sensors too. They're called eyes. Enemy spotted. Party's over.
One enemy remaining.
Blocking sight.
Oh भाई blind हुई थी यार.
30 seconds left.
हाँ 20 सेकंड में भी चली जाएगी. डैमेज है इसलिए भाग रही है. और कोई ऑप्शन नहीं. प्लांट करेगी.
10 seconds left.
उधर करेगी अभी.
Here.
ए आप प्लांट कर रहे हैं. बाढ़ में.
Match point.
Party's over. Let's show them out.
Ah, my hand. What the fuck is wrong with my hand?
Let's
It's not
flush them
moving
out.
like it should. किन दुखिरहेछ ल ल
Bomb buddy out.
आयो आयो
म त स्पाइक रस दुईटा हान्छु अनि त्यसपछि जान्छु
के हान्छु
स्पाइक रस
हामी नखेल्ने स्पाइक रस तिमी हान्छु भनेर के गर्नु
हान्दै त्यसो न
Hawk out.
म हान्छु
खेल्ने हो के नहान्ने बाई बाई
ल
एक गेम हान्ने हो दिपेस
तिमी त स्पाइक रस हान्छ हामी के हामी त खेल्न त होइन
खेल नि त त्यही त म खेल्छु भनेर तिमीहरुसँग खेल्छु भने म गएँ
कस के भन्
म्युजिक बोलाउँछ आफै भन्दैछु अब कुराहरु छैनहरु
कहाँ है प्लांट
Diffuse it.
One enemy remaining.
My ult's ready. My ult's ready. Shame. I love it.
Defenders win.
Smells like victory. And gunpowder.
कति जित्यो हेरौँ न त बुस्टेड भइरहेछ जस्तो अहिले के हारेर रहेछ ओके नेभर माइन्ड मेरो यो चाँडो सकाइदिउँ कति एक्सपी बाँकी छ 2390 ओके तीनटा स्पाइक र सज्जै Unrated virus. What the fuck?
Match found.
Like नसाको प्रब्लम जस्तो भइरहेछ है लाइक नसा नतन्केको बेला कस्तो हुन्छ नि
Let's go.
होला त्यस्तै पनि भइरहेछ हैन I don't know के भइरहेछ यो आज खेल्दिनु भन्दा नै उनीहरुले गरेर खेल्यो well no worries did it make it fast unlimited abilities okay that would be a shit ass game Icebox मात्र किन पर्रा chill, let's chill.
Spike rush.
I remember the machine skills you made. What they did to... Never mind. It does not matter.
Baharrenaले के भनेको सुने? You just hear what she said.
There. There.
Reloading. Enemy kill. Three. My ult's ready.
I'll return.
Someone's in attacker spawn.
One enemy remaining.
Aw, thought you'd try harder.
That was my ace, man.
That killjoy's tech is
What did
everywhere.
I kill to?
We're not at a science there.
What
Get
a
rid of that
fucking
shit.
piece of shit. But again. Yeah, I didn't say that, did I? No, I didn't.
Last human standing wins.
What's this? There. Enemy
What?
spotted mid.
Cutting the vision.
No charges left. No charges. Blocking sight. No charges left. One down.
Last player standing.
100 not like it.
Nowhere to run! Concussing! Flash out! Clearing out! Weak. Blinding! Flash out!
Clutch. Last round before the switch.
Okay, I only have like 78 grenades left. Hopefully that's enough. For you, hermanita.
There. Stealing.
your feet!
One enemy remaining. Thirty seconds left.
Sorry, Manu.
Switching sides. Match point.
Back soon.
Let's watch him struggle. There.
Spike planted.
Enemy spotted B. Cutting their vision. There.
Here. Blocking sight.
Reloading. Satchel out.
Last player standing. Flawless.
माडीहरु क्याम्पिङ भन्छ मैले
Keep up.
Enemy spotted.
Get him. My ult's ready. There will cover.
Last player standing.
माडीहरु यस्तै हो कि like not all but yep. Most of them are like shields.
Try not to die.
बढी बोल्न आउँछ हार्न थाल्यो भने
You should run.
Some of us dead. My ult's ready.
See ya. My ult's ready.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Up. Nice try.
Sudden death.
कस्तो मिस भएको यार त्यो छा
I'll return.
This is our home. Keep them out.
I got it.
Reloading. Spike planted.
Time to jump.
Straight for me. Last player standing.
You should run.
One enemy remaining. Attackers win.
Fucking bitches. यो पनि कान छैन म आफूलाई हान्न चाहिँ मतलब छैन यो फेरि माइ गॉड अझ 2 गेम छ I don't wanna
match found.
I don't wanna play. Mumbai server हो Is this Mumbai server?
They have no idea how heartless I am.
People man, people. मेरो आहा बोल्नु थाले नाम किन राखिरहेछ त्यहाँ why did they
Spike rush.
Reloading after 12 hours of acid. There's no reason I know that.
Cutting their vision.
सबजना
One down. One down. Toxin screen down. Three down.
Spike planted.
Are you kidding me,
player
man?
standing.
Oh my god. Bro, what?
One enemy remaining.
No. What? Okay.
Just gotta play around the slow fields and we're fine.
What? Oh my god. Okay.
As one. Don't get in my way.
Okay.
I'm going there.
Enemy spotted A.
Shit.
One dead.
One enemy
My
remaining.
ultimate is ready.
Enemy spotted A. Reloading.
Last round in the half.
They couldn't kill us. Now they're dead.
Stay out of my home.
Cover देना.
Welcome to my world.
Nowhere to run.
My
Spike planted.
they will cower. See nothing.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing. Clutch. Switching
The
sides.
enemy only looks composed. Their hearts tell a different story.
Keep up. Bomb buddy out.
Feeling sight. There.
Wall raised.
There.
Enemy spotted A.
Reloading.
बहन चोद ही क्या मार रहा है?
Enemy. Enemy spotted.
One enemy remaining.
Cutting their vision. My ult ready.
Reloading.
Last
Nice,
player
nice.
standing.
Teleport.
Who to smother first?
Let's start this party. Get him.
Still in sight.
Last player standing.
You will not kill my allies.
Match point.
Prepare yourself. We fight fight once again.
हार्दिमै
Embarrass them.
Welcome to my world.
Seconds left. Last player standing.
Noob muji.
10 seconds left. Defenders win.
Butter chicken. Wait, butter chicken भन्दै थियो. थिएन रहेछ.
Match found.
Last tick. त्यसपछि एउटा स्किन अपग्रेड गरौँ. त्यसपछि we'll binge watch the tournaments.
Cool. Let's go.
Wait a minute, guys. I'm gonna go piss. 2 minutes. Anyone there? कोही छ. Hello guys. मेरो के भयो यो किन यत्रो ठुलो त्यो भएर?
Spike rush.
I don't know man. These ones will beg. They all do after a while.
Window capture already man. I know why this happened, but
time to jump.
Blocking sight.
पुरा भागिरहेको थियो म्याच
I'm faster than Sky's wolves.
मेरो पनि प्राइम स्पेक्टर पाए मैले पनि ओके अब प्यान्डल एउटा
प्रेम
भागिसक्यो।
हेवन स्मोक कर हेवन एंट्रेंस पर हेवन
Smoke. Time to jump. Blinding.
Enemy spotted A.
Flash out.
I've got your trail.
My arm's ready. Light planted. Guy killed.
You will not kill my allies.
Get out of my way.
Last player standing.
Three.
One enemy remaining. Hey.
Send 5 more. We can do this again.
Last round before the switch.
Revive
Yeah.
गरेको ले
Let's bring it back.
लकी
प्रेम स्मोक
I'll handle this.
What's this?
Many enemies A.
I've got your trail.
Light planted. Don't get in my way.
Last player standing.
ड्यास थिएन तर मैले त्यहाँ लगाएको भयो भने रिचार्ज
Welcome to my world.
Fire in the hole.
One enemy remaining. Clutch. Switching sides.
No one will remember them.
I got enemies. Lights out.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
They're not getting the message. Leave it to me. I'll rough them up.
चाँडो सकाइदिउँ यो पनि देन 130 वर्सेस सेन्टिनल हेर्नु पर्यो 12 बज्यो आज हेरौँ किन हेरौँ भयो त्यसो भए
Get out of my way.
I'll handle this. Enemy spotted mid. Down and out. See ya.
Bro, vents.
Back off. Yeah.
enemy remaining. Spike planted.
Flash out! Ready.
Reloading.
Good.
Match point.
They're in the coffin. Time to bury them.
Fire in the hole!
Bine olsun.
Fire in the hole! Night, my ult's ready. Yikes.
One enemy remaining.
Open up the sky!
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Enemy spotted A.
Get out of my way! Aw, at least they tried. Oh, was that
Defenders win.
too easy? My ult's not ready.
That's called jet diff. Okay? Okay. I'm a fucking noob. आयो त्यसपछि अब यसको स्किन किनौँ कि नकिनौँ भयो यो वाला पछि अब चाहे बेला गरौँ न हैन पाए पुगिहाल्यो नि एकछिन है Zero हुन्छ okay then expense Okay, it's 12 o'clock. 12 बज्यो. So, okay. आजको लागि यति नै भन्नु पर्ला. खेल्दिन भन्दा भन्दै खेलियो. यो किन यस्तो भइरहेको बुझ्न सकेन मैले एकछिन है ब्याकअप छ Shit. त्यही त के खेल्ला त्यो तिनीहरु छ never mind guys, never mind. So shall we watch? Hey Neo, do you guys wanna watch with me? 100 Thieves versus Sentinels. 100 Thieves.
Agent selection because they've been so consistent on Haven. 100 Thieves tend to bring a Cypher, an Omen, a Phoenix, a Sage, and a Sova. If there's any variation here, and it looks like there might be here for Pico, as he wants to bring in that Viper, which makes sense considering how in meta Viper has been as.
Wait, मैले scene मा त्यो राख्ने बिर्सिएछ
of late, then that might be the difference maker for 100 Thieves. I think Sentinels brought us here because they expected to have the advantage with the Astra over the Omen, and it looks like they're going to be able to keep that advantage to an extent. Astra's just too adaptable on this map and able to control the line of scrimmage too readily as agents go. So a slight disadvantage here, I'd say, for 100 Thieves in regards to their controller, but I think that that's not going to hold them down too much.
Viper's pick rate continues to go up and up and up, but Hiko decides to lock in Sova instead. A small change from Ethan. He tends to play Sage on this map with some consistency. There's a Skye that's going to be coming in, and of course, Skye brings a wealth to the table. She's another agent that we've seen get added to more compositions depending on the map. Obviously, she provides valuable intel with her abilities, but also she's got a heal and the ability to flash as well. So no Sage, no Ice Walls available. We're still waiting on Sentinels right now to lock in their last two agents, but
now working really well for the Sentinels. So now that we've got it all selected, we're going to go ahead and load in. On number one here, Sentinels starting on attack.
मलाई यो हेर्न यस्तो चित्त दुख्छ नि किनभने like I like both duelists, you know, like yeah, it hurts a bit watching both teams, both favorite teams maybe. But
all lined up immediately for a B take, and we see frenzies in hand, a wide variety of those weapons being brought, whether it's a ghost or a frenzy. Spike immediately being planted. We're only 15 seconds into the round, and 10s will get out of there very quickly. All 10 agents still alive, so the challenge will be for a retake. We'll see if they'll be able to do it, as Sick will be the first one in the line of fire, quite literally. Dapper down, he takes down Steel, Shazam falls too, and 100 Thieves have lost to almost immediately. They're trying to fire back as best as they can. They're bottlenecked over by A. Sick will be the main impediment there to stop it. He won't be able to get much, but Ethan will remain on 1 HP, no heal available for him. Nitro fading out a defuse on the Spike. Shroud of Smoke, waiting to play around the corner and swing onto the Astra, loses the fight, and it's a cleanup from Sentinels to take the very first round.
That was great strategic awareness there from Sentinels. One of the biggest things is that they didn't force out into A link, and that's huge because we all saw Nitro just lingering by A, waiting for somebody to push into him because he's alone. There's no refrag potential, so he's got to take his 1v1. So when he's pushing into B to try and fake out that spike defuse, he actually finds himself now alone because Sentinels turned around and took both of the fights that 100 Thieves forced pushing out of A and C. So nice awareness there from Sentinels to react to what they expected from 100 Thieves on the flank behind. That was beautiful read.
I like the pacing as well. It was very, very quick.
Alone because
tiny bit. I like the pacing as well. It was very, very quick. In, smokes out, immediately fall back and try to fight in that post plant. Now, things are going to slow down just a tiny bit because at this point in the previous round, the spike was already down. Sentinels will try to take up map control as their sights are over towards C. The retake that'll be coming in from 100 Thieves is over by A, and they're going to need to get there very quickly because the defense on C, it'll be winnowed down. Still waiting to see if anybody's going to be able to make any moves here. 100 Thieves will have to battle against a team that has yet to plant the spike. There it is. Shazam has it in hand. It's going down. Asuna up, checking the window in garage as the Sentinels once again will just wait for the post plant.
A great opportunity for the retake here for 100 Thieves. You're not going to expect them to be able to get this. And the force out from Sentinels over by C-Link is going to work great. They'll even get a flawless round to add insult to injury. Beautiful second, so nothing surprising there. No eco damage at all, though. 400 Thieves is obviously not bode well.
They'll be in a rough spot, but they'll be able to full buy here. It just means that they'll be in a fragile spot moving forwards. We'll see exactly what their lineup is going to be. It's not a full buy yet from Sentinels. They're going to hang on to those Spectres, and, well, they've been feeling pretty confident so far. It's a strong start for them. They're able to take map control quickly. 100 Thieves just got bottlenecked over by A, and the one remaining flank watch of Sentinels playing over by Green was able to stop them, and then 100 Thieves couldn't take up any more land.
Once again, just a quick push up through mid. Interesting play from Sentinels, and now that Ethan's got a rifle, he's going to shut down that push. 10's on the floor, but the spike's going down. What? Dapper able to get one on the entry, though, so it's an equal exchange and spike planted.
That was a rough look for 10's as he peeked left, right as the attack came in, and he lost his life for it. Asuna trying to retake. He gets spotted. He'll fall back. Recon dart pulled out as now Ethan will go for a flash and himself try to engage, but he has to be very wary of window as there's multiple angles. He's good for his shots, though, so far. Drone floating on up. A flash comes across, and Ethan cannot outduel Sick, who had all of it working for him there. Dapper with one of his own, Hiko traded out. Shazam and Dapper now in a 2v1. Steel, almost full HP. He's just going to very slightly creep up on Green here, watching the window. Time is running out, though, and he's going to need to run for the hills. He'll catch Shazam, though, as he backs away, but the spike goes off. Regardless, Dapper on 1 HP survives, and the Sentinels are up 3-0.
Definitely an expensive round there for the Sentinels, but they did get that spike plant, though, so they're going to be pretty flush. 100 Thieves not in a great position now. That was meant to be their round. The quick action plant there for Sentinels has gone uncontested now twice. First this round, then in the first buy round. Definitely some more B presence for 100 Thieves necessary to change these round outcomes. Or at least more information on that aggressive plant. I think they're expecting Sentinels to get full control of the site before they go for the plant, but Sentinels is saying nah to that and just going straight for spike plant right off the cuff, regardless if they win on entry or not. It's quite interesting. Now it's a lack of C presence. 400 Thieves and Sentinels will get it for free.
Absolutely, and they've got C under lock and key right now. 100 Thieves not wanting to battle against the Astra smoke, so they will be pushed back. Once again, spike going down. 4 rounds that Sentinels have been successful every round so far in the game. And unfortunately, as you can see, 100 Thieves are not going to be on equal footing when it comes to weaponry. The Sentinels have full bot now, and they're able to enact some vengeance upon the members of 100 Thieves that are in between a rock and a hard place. Sick is spotted, though. He gets pre-fired away. Things starting off with Steel. That's some good damage done, but immediately Sentinels' guns find their marks. 2 of 100 Thieves taken out. Sentinels still hold a numbers advantage. There goes a dart amidst the smoke, trying to give some recon and information. Recon bolt gets destroyed as 10's continues with this, and 3 kills for him. 4-0 Sentinels.
Well, Sentinels looking pretty strong here. One interesting tidbit about the way that Sentinels is handling their executions is that they, when getting the spike down, play their post plant very passively far back on the attacker's side. Now, we often see on B plants, aggro push from the attackers after they get the spike down. They'll go ahead and push towards A link or C link or what have you to try and gain more control and another angle to defend in the post plant. But Sentinels consistently are planting and falling back.
Anyone watching with me? If not, no
to their side of the map to try and play for the flanks because they know to expect it from 100 Thieves. It's been working out for Sentinels so far, but that last round wasn't a rifle round. This one is, so this might be the difference maker for 100 Thieves.
That's a lot of firepower from Hiko. He doesn't end up doing much of anything. Tens is the only player on Sentinels who's taken a bit of a beating, and even then, it's not that much. This is the first A execute that we're going to see from Sentinels. There goes the tripwire, and right into the middle of the site they go, but 100 Thieves is perfectly placed for that. Steel loses his life for it, though, as he's able to help Asuna pick off one. And now Asuna from Sewers will continue to do that. Pivots for a third. He's dragged down. Now, at least the front of the site is in perfect control for Sentinels. They've also taken the back, so they'll look to lock out a push that'll come from the defender spawn. Spike has not been planted just yet, so Hiko will go onto the Owl drone, discover that there's somebody down below, and with those marks, fire through the floor. He's got a lot of bullets, and he gets one on the zones. Nice bullet pen for him, leaving Shazam to try and carry the load, but he won't. 100 Thieves, it takes 5 rounds, but you're on the board.
So obviously most of that comes down to Asuna's play by short. He went uncleared and uncontested. And crucially, the clear by short for Sentinels, you can actually see it right now, was kind of awkward. Because we did see, obviously, Tens try to get on top of the boxes, but that right there, that's Dapper a little bit late to the party. Because he was so late and alone, he wasn't able to win his fight and actually take that control by short. Ultimately resulting in an absolute catastrophe for Sentinels when they went for that execute into A. Nice play there from Asuna. And now, 100 Thieves finally starting to make something work for them. They're going to set up in a way that is actually very focused on the C side. As you can see, they've stacked heavily for it, expecting a C or B execute. A left relatively alone because of the aggressive play from Steel. He has the information he needs.
Dapper's also set up most of that Cypher utility so that when 100 Thieves decides to retake from that position, he'll be spotted right away, and Steel knows that. He has to fall back, so Shazam will be the one to go after him, hunting as best as he can. The focus from Sentinels shifted from mid towards B, now over to A, and I wonder if it's because they did get that early read on Steel.
Ooh, the run it back. Ultimately going to gather information on Tens, who's now kind of trapped in mid. He'll get out, though. Let's use the dash, and a nice shot as well. Hiko goes down, and that's the pick that Sentinels really need to open up this round. Now they're set up for the A execute. They're going to be spotted by the camera, but they've still got that man advantage.
At least 2 players from Sentinels spotted by that cam of Steel as 100 Thieves are called into action. Steel's utility working wonders, but so is his Vandal. He punishes Tens for that. Trying to clear out the site, but also gain some valuable intel as Shazam. Steel posted up, picks up his second kill before dropped by Zoms. Zoms in the middle of the smoke. He and Dapper side by side are cleaning things out, leaving Ethan in a 1v3. Spike isn't down just yet, so Ethan has some time to get to the site, but he's likely going to be in a post plant. Spike is at half, and Ethan has no real intel. You can see starved of utility. He's taking a bit of a beating too. He's going to need to peek multiple angles. This is tough for him. One underneath hell, but he's spotted by the cam. Dapper trying to bait out a swing. Don't know if Ethan heard that or not. A pop for intel as Ethan fires to the right, but he's punished from the left. A third kill from Zoms, as it's a crucial round for Sentinels.
Yeah, really big one there on the entry in A, and the pick from Tens. We talked about how yesterday, obviously, he wasn't the star performer, but Sentinels is flush with those. So you're going to have days.
Are you guys watching? 3 viewers, but I don't know who they are. Welcome to the channel. If you're watching,
for someone,
you can say hi if you want.
Performing in someone else's. Today, at least from at this point, Tens really important frags, and that first lead-up kill by B, especially since it went unanswered, allowed for Sentinels to just ball up on A and take full man advantage push into site. That cannot be understated in its significance. Now, 100 Thieves are way down on the eco. We'll see a judge brought out for Ethan, and he's going to try and work some kind of magic over by Garage. It's not an easy hold, but it's doable, especially if you get a blind entry with no flashes or anything like that.
I don't think Ethan gained anything off of that flashbang that went out. And though the Sentinels realized that B was relatively clear, the drone obviously not scouting anything from 100 Thieves, they still have to be a little bit wary because it wasn't a full clear of B's site. Now Sick punishing Steel, very first death in the way of 100 Thieves, and Sick will post up watching to see if from C-Link anybody's going to contest. Nobody will. Nitro's over there. And some hot hands tossed on out. Oh my goodness, Nitro finds himself in such a bad place. Sick with his second kill. Tens dashes away and will try to join the rest of his team over by A. There's Cam though, and it spotted them. So Sentinels will continue to move en masse to try and take care of A. The site is free and clear. Dare I say it? Well, it's free real estate. There goes the spike getting planted, and some darts shot up from Hiko, trying to land in the midst of A, as once again 100 Thieves are going to continuously find themselves in these post plants. Cage out in front of Sick. He's trapped, but, well, he's actually concealed by that gate, and he swings on over. 4 kills, 5 kills, an ace for Sick as he shuts down 100 Thieves by himself.
Beautiful positioning there, and able to take full advantage of the surprise for 100 Thieves. But it all starts with this pick here. Steel at mid. Now, we've seen 100 Thieves peeking mid for information and getting punished as a result so many times now.
I can't even hate him now. I can't hate him for just smashing the 100 Thieves, man. He's just so good. But it hurts watching 100 Thieves being beaten down like that. It hurts.
Like it's going to be consistent here for Sentinels, and it's really unfortunate that we are seeing that, especially considering 100 Thieves have a Sky. I mean, you can, or a Sova, you can get information in other ways. You don't have to face check it. That mid peak is definitely not the play. They need to figure out a different way to get the info that they want on that mid position. The A site control also is definitely been a bit of a struggle. We'll see if it's going to change with Steel having the operator in hand. It's the run it back to try and contest it, and Sick cannot find Steel. He's going to back to hell before being finally finished off. Molly for control, and now Sentinels have full A site.
He knows he's not going to be able to get the push onto Sova by spawn, so instead he looks to the left to see if he can find anybody over by B. He doesn't see anything before the timer runs out. But again, A site is in control of Sentinels. Map like Haven.
With Steel, the A site control also is definitely been a bit of a struggle. We'll see if it's going to change with Steel having the operator in hand. It's the run it back to try and contest it, and Sick cannot find Steel. He's going to back to hell before being finally finished off. Molly for control, and now Sentinels have full A site.
He knows he's not going to be able to get the push.
And contest it, and Sick cannot find Steel. He's going to back to hell before being finally finished off. Molly for control, and Sick cannot find Steel. He's going to back to hell. The operator in hand. It's the run it back to try and contest it, and Sick cannot find Steel. He's going to back to hell before being finally finished off. Molly for control, and now Sentinels have full A site.
He knows he's not going to be able to get the push onto Sova by spawn, so instead he looks to the left to see if he can find anybody over by B. He doesn't see anything before the timer runs out. But again, A site is in control of Sentinels. Map like Haven, you're going to be fighting on your back foot quite a lot. And so far on these defenses, 100 Thieves have not been anywhere near as proficient as they need to be. Spike yet to go down, and the retake from 100 Thieves not working out in their favor. Nitro has the lone kill for their team to punish Zombs, but so far the guns on Sentinels hitting their marks. It's a rare round that the Sentinels win without getting the objective into play, and yet this first half is going by very quickly and is breaking the hopes and dreams of 100 Thieves.
Yeah, it's this right here. That kill onto Steel. He was trying to escape. He almost managed to. You know, the operator not being super dynamic in his hands there in that moment. Sometimes you just need to get the right position, the right angle without having to contest some form of utility, and he just unfortunately could not find that. So, great run it back use there from Sick. And with that A site control being so easily taken for Sentinels, 100 Thieves definitely need to reconsider how they're going to choose to hold that. Now their economy is absolutely shattered. Look at this. We've got a sheriff being brought by Nitro.
7-1. Just imagine that. How am I feeling
spent.
right
Maybe
now?
just a little bit of utility for Steel and Asuna. So this is basically a handed over round unless 100 Thieves can give us something magical. And I believe taking a little bit of a pause here to figure out what's going on.
Well, you know, Michael, the timer at the top has stopped running, so I think it's pretty safe to say that there's a pause.
There was definitely a pause.
That's technically how it works.
Yes.
Unless that 1 second was actually 10 seconds, and we just ended up in some weird time continuum
you know what? I've
loop.
Never seen that happen before, Parker, but I wouldn't be surprised. First time for everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that it was a timeout. Right now, by the way, Sentinels giving 100 Thieves the version 1 treatment, as yesterday on this map, Sentinels emerged from the first half after starting on attack 9-3. We are very close to that already. Sentinels just need 2 more rounds, and they've matched their win from yesterday, obviously proving that this is a good map, as good map as you can ask for, and of course, they picked it for good reason. Now they're stacked up on the B and C sides of the map, foregoing A after giving a merciless beating to 100 Thieves on that site over the last couple rounds.
Going for the orb here. Zam will get it. And there's the Cosmic Divide. Now that's going to be the forced push into C. Just Nitro trying to hold this off. Not an easy task.
And they're looking to find their shot. So far, they are cleaning out the site. It's a rodeo with 10s now.
Orb here.
What happened?
Zam will get it. And there's the Cosmic Divide. Now that's going to be the forced push into C. Just Nitro trying to hold this off. Not an easy task.
And they're looking to find their shot. So far, they are cleaning out the site. It's a rodeo with 10s now. He picks up 2 of his own, immediately retreats to the boxes. Fire goes out on him. He tries to dash away, but he can't. He's thwarted by a box.
Okay,
In hand, Asuna can't do much, and neither can the rest of his team, because it's yet another round for Sentinels. We are going to continue to say this. The scoreline through 10 rounds, or through 9 actively played, is 8-1.
Yeah, so, I mean, I got to hand it to Asuna that it was some great play there with the Sheriff as well as the Molly. So he's managed to pick up 2 kills for his team, and that's going to be okay. As we can all see, obviously, it didn't really truly affect Sentinel's economy too much. They're going to be fine. But still, some damage done is better than nothing, obviously. Now, importantly, 100 Thieves are going to be able to bring another operator this time. So this is the second chance for Steel. He didn't manage to make it work last time. This time, in order to make it have a chance, he has to bring half shield. So that's not ideal, obviously.
This is a rough spot again for 100 Thieves to find themselves in, but as they've lost grip on this economy, what all really can you do at this point? The round is, rather, this side of the map is so heavily tilted in favor of Sentinels that really 100 Thieves haven't been able to do much at all. Spike gets planted, by the way. Steel had everything lined up, but his line of sight knocked off. Advantage in terms of numbers for 100 Thieves, and it will continue to grow. Nitro looking for another steal in on the fun, and Umber gets find them. The round is rather this.
People are using cow dung in the belief that it will ward off COVID-19. Like, how dumb can people be? Like,
side of the map is so heavily tilted in favor of Sentinels that really 100 Thieves haven't been able to do much at all. Spike gets planted, by the way. Steel had everything lined up, but his line of Thieves haven't been able to map is so heavily tilted in favor of Sentinels that really 100 Thieves haven't map is so heavily really can you do at this point? The round is rather this side of the map is so heavily tilted in favor of Sentinels that really 100 Thieves haven't been able to do much at all. Spike gets planted, by the way. Steel had everything lined up, but his line of sight knocked off. Advantage in terms of numbers for 100 Thieves, and it will continue to grow. Nitro looking for another steal in on the fun, and all of them are down. 100 Thieves will pick up their second round. This is crucial for them. They took a gamble with the economy. They went full buy, and they end up coming out ahead.
Yeah, massive round for 100 Thieves. They definitely needed that one, especially investing in on that operator. So clearly the right call, as Seal did get the lead-off pick. And then when Sentinels tried to retake into Garage, I mean, absolute meat grinder. That was not the play, clearly. And it almost worked out there, but no, they get shut down on their entry back into Garage. So we've seen Sentinels now shift up their strategy from post-planting on the attacker's side of the map to post-planting on the defender's side of the map. So they're trying to mix things up to keep 100 Thieves on their toes. But I think after that round, it's a clear read for Sentinels that playing on the attacker side in the post-plant is definitely the play.
100 Thieves have a lot of bodies over towards A. This is reminiscent of what we saw out of the first couple rounds, where they were trying to retake through A long. Asuna will continue to soldier forward. He thinks he's got somebody in the corner, but there's nobody there playing a cheeky angle. Instead, he perseveres and suffers through the flames, but it's a run it back. So He's back at square one. Flash in towards A or B rather, and there's another flash. This one coming in from Ethan as Nitro's in a position that goes unpunished. 3 kills from the back of the site, and this is going to put Zombs in a 1v5. We saw a flawless round back in round number 2 for Sentinels. Zombs here, well, you're going to be fighting against an entire team of 100 Thieves that is looking to be quite confident.
Yeah, definitely not an ideal situation for Zombs. Most of that just coming down to Nitro not being cleared out and backup B site. Unfortunate that Sentinels did not put more priority on that. It's going to be
Still
an
Morigo.
easy
Oh my
pick up there
god.
at the end for 4K. Nitro wanted to make it as big as he could, and he certainly did. So now, 100 Thieves salvaging this first half somewhat. This will be the last round for the half.
Flawless
So
one.
both teams on
good
essentially
enough.
full buy here, perfectly capable of keeping themselves in contention. Thanks to Sentinels putting themselves up early so many rounds in a row, they are going to be pretty flush. I will say 100 Thieves definitely, I think while they are obviously they're losing, the aggressive play we're seeing from them is a good way to respond to this situation, and it's keeping Sentinels on their toes for sure. That lack of A lane control was definitely rough in the last round for Sentinels.
There's over half a dozen ults that are going to be popped on this pivotal round to see if Sentinels can do the exact same scoreline that they did yesterday. They trade off 1 apiece. Sick enters and then immediately runs it back. Steel in a rough place with opt in hand. Can't do all that much. Zombs punishes him from the cubby. And we'll continue as now Sentinels moves towards C. Sick is on in. Shazam scouting for information. Does he find anything? Looks like he might have towards the back of the site. Additionally, Asuna now inside a garage, trying not to make any noise whatsoever. The spike has been planted, so 100 Thieves are in a 3v4. Bird out for intel, possibly a blind. There's nobody in the site. There is a recon dart. Flame wall to go out to try and stop any potential view that Sentinels would have. They spot Asuna in his position though, but they can't hit the shots. Shazam in particular missing. That's not ideal, but he hits it that time around. Sick taking some damage, but he's trying to decide if it's worth the trade-off. The rest of the team, they managed to do what Sick wasn't capable of doing. In the first half, in the books, 9-3.
So I'm sure most of you are picking up on this. I love to see it from Sentinels. Again, Sentinels tried 2 different variations of their post plants, and that variation was the one that worked for them so consistently, especially in the first quarter of that half. So good job to Sentinels, again, playing that post plant all the way back on the attacker side through long, just trying to make sure that they have all the control that they need on their side of the map, and knowing that they can spam it on the spike as it's been planted. So that's great job to Sentinels. Again, strategic awareness, 10 out of 10. 100 Thieves definitely need to work something out on their defense of this map to try and retake on the attacker side, because they're not going to be able to challenge direct lines like that. The disruption, the control the smokes, they're just not enough. So yeah, it's definitely some mistakes there for 100 Thieves and something they need to iron out. But now we're on the second half, so they get to try their hand at attack.
Sick thought he had something now as he goes to break through the double doors over by garage, but he doesn't get much other than some small damage that's done to him. But it's just a scratch, just cosmetic, as now he'll back up. An A take for 100 Thieves is currently in the book. Zom's posting up. There's a cam up there to tag him, spot him, and now a cage goes out as well. But a bit of a distraction and stall at the top of A short. See if anybody will be able to come to the rescue. Ethan is essentially in no man's land, all by himself, stranded. That spike down as well. Over by green. These pistols so punishing so far for Sentinels, and they know that they have spike control, or at least it should look like they do.
But we've got Nitro actually going to plant over by C, so Sentinels, even though they push up on mid, and they actually have the flank there from Shazam, are going to mainly ball up for a retake from C Link.
And he goes from behind, takes down Zoms, as it's now a post-plant situation, and Sentinels know how punishing this has been when 100 Thieves was in that particular position. Asuna loses his fight to Shazam, and now Hiko will be very pivotal. Nitro's in the middle of the site, down he goes, and defusing is going just perfectly, but Hiko finds one before continuing onward. Tag, so he'll be spotted, cannot deal with the double stack up, and Sentinels pick up the very first round for them on defense.
Yeah, and that might seal the deal, Parker. I mean, you're looking at more than likely another 2 rounds here in a row for Sentinels. Obviously taking that pistol round. Now they get to buy up.
What the fuck are they doing, man?
Thieves, I mean, they're pretty strapped for cash. They're going to be here and the next. So this is not
12
well, it's not ideal, that's for sure. At least 100 Thieves did get that spike plant down. That is worth something. They are going to help their economy out quite a lot there. This time it's going to be a push over by A lanes, at least early on. Information from the Silver Dart there, the recon gathers a good amount. Shazam actually pushed off though because of a counter recon dart, and it's a push through short, quick action into A.
Well, Shazam will try to stop them now, looking towards A short. Emerging from sewers, Spike is down, by the way. 6 entry kills. His opening picks have been crucial for his team. I know, duel a jiggle peek now as he retreats ever so slightly. A flash, he's got another Phoenix. The imposter, down he goes. Sentinels, a flawless round. They're at 11 against 3 for 100 Thieves.
So, I think part of this is going to be down to the agent selection that we have here, obviously. You know, it's an Omen instead of an Astra, 400 Thieves. That's going to be a factor. Your control is just less. It's just less flat out. If you can work the Astra in and you can feel confident about it, it's going to help you a little bit more, at least in, you know, being able to push the lines of scrimmage. On the other hand, though, Sentinel's strategic awareness of the positioning for 100 Thieves is just 10 out of 10. I mean, the aggression there from Sick up through mid, and it went completely uncontested for the most part. And it's just 100 Thieves are letting that control go away, but Steel pushing out through long A is able to get 2. Those are massive picks, and that completely opens up the site. This could be the first attacking round for 100 Thieves.
And they desperately need it. They gambled here yet again, just as they did when they were on defense. And if they end up losing out, they're in significant problems. Well, they do have a full buy. They've got an advantage in numbers. They will continue to grow. Sick down. We just saw a flawless round from Sentinels. Well, it's on the menu now for 100 Thieves, providing that Dapper isn't able to do anything with it. Spike is going down. 1 minute remaining in the round. What is Dapper up to? What is he gonna do? He might as well be miles away. He's floating over by window, watching B. Yeah. He could just be stalling at this point and trying to save.
He's lurking for economy, and it makes sense here, especially with the Spectre. He's not going to have a great chance at clutching this one up. So let's just see if he can take anyone with him. Now, it's going to be definitely teamwork on the take out of sight here for 100 Thieves. They'll try to make sure they don't lose too many bodies. But most of that round, I mean, it just comes down to that early entry for Steel. So great job by Long. 100 Thieves finally find themselves in a comfortable position. Sentinels is not going to be fully out of this, though. Obviously, their economy should be fine for the next round. At least, you know, acceptable. And the aggression here from Dapper is kind of, you know, noting of that. I think it's going to be, yeah, he's not going to get anything, but it's telling that he went for that aggro push just to try and hurt the economy of the enemy team more than anything. So here it is, the moment of truth. Lack of a re from Shazam. He probably had a dart out or something similar, because it didn't really even seem like he took that fight.
So, well, again, 100 Thieves were not able to convert that force buy that we saw back in round number 3. They did it successfully the second time, and now the third time as well is a charm. The problem is that if at any point 100 Thieves sacrifices a single round while not being in a good spot in regards to that economy, they're not going to have enough time to catch up, given the precipice they find themselves on. So a couple early picks here from Sentinels with weaponry in hand can be so crucial. Zoms finds Steel immediately. That's the very first kill on this round. Ten's flashed out of his position, and he sees one, but he can't do enough. He tries for the tag, is unsuccessful.
Ethan now pushed up in short, and he could definitely make a big play here, and he's going to need to for his team. But it's actually a rotate over towards C with the run it back. Asina's going to get Dapper, who's trying to connect through Link. And with that pick, C control not fully established, but at least rendered a lot easier. Here come out those bird bangs, and is going to see the smokes and the paranoia as well from 100 Thieves on the entry.
And it's going to be a brawl inside of C-Site now. Enough time for Sentinels to get back. Sick doing damage with Asuna there as well. Both Phoenixes on these teams making their mark. Ethan falls 3v3. Plenty of time left to go. They'll try to protect Nitro as the spike goes down. Watching Link, watching Spawn, seeing which way they're going to come from. Tens, once this flame wall drops, will have a line of sight over towards the and tags him. The Sentinels have the advantage now. Asuna sitting on top of that spike. Nice. Tens bursts up, ult in hand. He gets punished for it. And both Hiko and Asuna lock out Sentinels and give 100 Thieves their 5th round.
Oh boy. So a very different way to play that post plant for 100 Thieves, stacking up on the site and denying the initial entry through Garage and through Link. Just generally not letting their enemy get into the site to contest directly. And right there, when Tens entries in, dashes up and is just swatted out of the sky, that really definitively ends the round for Sentinels. So now their lead is starting to crumble, and take a look at their economy as well. It's in shambles with just Sheriffs and Frenzies being brought here, trying to make something work with the sidearms. It's definitely possible for Sentinels, but now 100 Thieves are starting to catch their stride. It might be a little bit too late at this point, but there's definitely a good chance 100 Thieves can make something happen.
And we're looking at an 11-6, possibly even 11-7, depending on the way this one plays out. It's entirely within the realm of possibility that 100 Thieves are able to make this one come back. And they try for an early duel over towards B. No, goodness, no. Sick has an opportunity, but he flashes and he's caught red-handed. Asuna punishing him. 100 Thieves will now roll towards A. They were able to dislodge one of the players from Sentinels who was going to lurk and possibly go for a flank roll. Unfortunately for Asuna, he looks the wrong way, gets pummeled by the shotgun in the hands of Zombs. Steel trades him out. Shazam back and forth now as there's damage being done from both teams. Spike in Steel's hand, able to just crouch around the fire.
Come on, man. It's
well, a 2v1 favoring 100 Thieves. Dapper yet again in a do or die position. He'll head through sewers to see if he can do any damage at all, but he's got a frenzy in hand against 2 rifles, and he's not going to be able to make it back. Based on the economy, we saw things go according to plan, and 100 Thieves takes another round, this being their 3rd in a row.
Definitely according to plan, but that was a really good eco for Sentinels. They almost brought 100 Thieves low, and even though they didn't manage to win that one, you could see that Steel and Ethan are a little bit low on funds right now, so that's going to be a consideration for them moving forward. They should be fine, really, but it's still good damage done. Now, first full buy here, that is in a position for Sentinels to actually push us onto match point, and it's an operator in the hands of Tens. That could be the major difference maker as he attempts to challenge long A.
And I mean, not that I don't trust Tens with an operator in hand, but that is a big gamble given the situation that you're in regards to economy. Now, this would be yet another loss in the row, and at that point, economy starts to help you catch up after so many losses. The question will be for Sentinels, they're losing gunfights. You can be on good footing eco-wise, but if you're having problems actually taking these duels and coming out ahead, well, it doesn't really matter what weaponry you have if you can't hit your shots. Sick starts things off. Steel's caught in an awkward position right as the obscurement in front of his eyes goes away. And now Shazam will send out a drone to try and determine where 100 Thieves are. Austin is lurking. Zoms is aware of this, staring intently at his position. Just buying time. Shazam will swing up on him. Asuna gets as free of a kill as he's going to get, though it's immediately traded out. Still, these numbers will favor Sentinels.
Beautiful pick there through the wall, but it's a rotate from 100 Thieves. This might actually catch Sentinels off guard, but no, Tens is ready. An operator in hand. Nice. He'll miss his shot. Ethan will shut him down. That is about as bad as it could have gone for Sentinels. Now they'll be forced into a 3-on-3 retake, and with Ethan popping the ult there, it's going to be a little bit slower than they'd like.
They know there's one up in heaven. They know that there's one coming from spawn as well. So Nitro will be down below trying to stop them. Hiko will delay as much time as possible. Spike goes down for 100 Thieves. Yet again, this is the 4th round in a row that they've been able to get the objectives down. In fact, every attack that they have gotten the objective down on, they've won. This is where things could go from bad to worse, but Ethan's going to get sucked on into the gravity well. He's got the Omen of Nitro looking across. Dapper looks to the left. They're going to get punished. It's a double swing, and both guns from 100 Thieves have their targets aligned, even if Ethan doesn't get any of them. He can rely on his teammates to do that. As I said a couple rounds ago, if things go according to plan, we're looking at an 11-7, and that's exactly where we are.
And that's it. That's the moment of truth right there. And what's worse for Sentinels is they actually used their Cosmic Divide on that round as well. That means they're going to have it for future rounds. I don't know if that was really the round to use it on, especially not considering the way that 100 Thieves are playing these post-plants. They're staying on site. They're not playing far back. They're remaining in control of those bottlenecks close up to the defender's side of the map. So, I don't know. Not necessarily the best read there from Sentinels on the re. And most importantly, obviously, that missed operator shot and lack of escape from Tens at long was really rough.
Okay, wait.
obviously that missed operator shot and lack of escape from Tens at long is really rough. They run it back for Asuna, working out great already, taking out Tens inside a garage, but obviously this should just be a round for 100 Thieves as they've got the economy well in their corner.
And 10's going down yet again. 100 Thieves scope out that C is clear, at least as far as they're aware, but intel is only good for a couple seconds because you can rotate. The call was made from 100 Thieves to maybe try and stick to C after losing that very first pick. So Sentinels now will need to find to go somewhere else, and they'll head over towards A. This A site has been a favored son so far for 100 Thieves. Sentinels trying to hold them off as best they can, but there's a giant wall of fire in between them, and 100 Thieves are capitalizing off of it. Asuna in particular, 4 kills for him. He'll heal up. And Ace is on the board yet again. Last man standing for Sentinels. No, he's Dapper. He'll walk up.
It's funny.
Spike going down. He hears that. 4 members from 100 Thieves will be watching for him. Arrow just goes over his shoulder. Steals the ace. Doesn't matter though. All 5 kills secured by 100 Thieves and another round. This is their 5th round in a row on what is an exceedingly attacker-favored Haven.
Yeah, not really surprised, obviously, given that was, you know, not a buy round for Sentinels, but at the same time, it could have gone a little bit better. Sentinels didn't bite the bait too hard there on the C and be aggression from the run it back. So 100 Thieves strategically, you know, like they forced out for A, but well, didn't really end up mattering too much. What we're seeing now is just some early aggression by A lane, and once again, Tens has the operator in hand, so he is determined not to make the same mistake he made last time, and to make this hold work, but he's already got 2 people pushed up on short, and that's going to be difficult for him to challenge, given that he's pushed up on long. He'll have to rely on Zombs to hold this.
That round in particular, before we just get into the action, we're about seconds away. Asuna using his utility perfectly and then taking matters into his own hands. First, that run it back to take the kill onto Garage. And then on top of that, the Blaze Wall to cut the site in half. And then just this ring around the Rosie that happened in the middle of A site was so incredibly helpful. Whether it's a bait or not, Sentinels seem to think that it's going to be an all-in on A, at least with where the Phoenix is moving through B, and Sova's floating in that same spot, so at any point Shazam can get recalled over. Steal on A, though, might be the reason why we see Sentinels abandon ship, and that's exactly what it is. They've completely fallen off C. But that's exactly where everybody else is going to go. If Steel doesn't murder them on A site first, that is. He gets swung on by Sick, and Sentinels think they've got it in hat, don't they? But no, the problem is that control of C is for 100 Thieves, and they've just been baited by Steel in essentially what is going to be a 3v3 now, as Shazam tags down Asuna, gets the kill, Spike gets planted as well. Some brief intel onto Ethan, as Sick is going to be very, very quiet. He's hitting his shots so far, punishing as many as he can. Sentinels now on the retake are picture perfect so far. Nitro in a 1v2. Playing around this Blaze Wall is Sick. He gets taken down, but Nitro is down as well, and the Sentinels will move to map point.
Absolutely huge round there for Sentinels, and I'm amazed that they managed it too. Great play from Sick. He got back onto C a lot faster than 100 Thieves were expecting, and 100 Thieves, contrary to their typical holds on the site, they didn't have good firm control of defender spawn link, so they couldn't actually deny the push out when it came into sight from Sick. He was allowed to walk out as a result. Now Sentinels did manage to win that, yes, but their economy is still not in a great place. So we're even going to see, we're still going to see a judge here for Dapper, and he's going to try and make something happen with that over by C. Definitely possible he can make some magic happen with the judge, though we've seen some crazy things with that weapon. So not the end of the world. Now, it's early aggression by A again for 100 Thieves, but they always do this to just want to get some information, maybe commit to it, maybe go for the rotate like they did last round. Whatever the case be, it's just their typical poke and prod of the A lanes.
Well, where are they going to go? Eco scouting out. A utility being spent over in that direction as well. Unless a call has been made otherwise, that's where 100 Thieves' focus is going to be. But they're stalling out, and it looks like they might be swapping over. Spike has been retrieved by Ethan, and he's heading towards B, with C possibly in his purview as well.
Ah, bro, come on, man.
The judge, wonderful for Dapper. He catches Nitro. For some reason, at close enough quarter range, well, 100 Thieves then immediately pivot, and they'll try to take control of A. Starting off with Asuna. He's on run it back, trying to beat this timer as best as he can. Hunting for kills. Does he get intel on Shazam up in heaven? That's the real question. Side by side is Tens. He swats away the ult that's thrown out for Ethan, but through the wall, Asuna with yet another. The Phoenix players on both of these teams have been the absolute story so far. Sentinels know that they've got their work cut out for them. They could be able to put this map away, and they desperately want to. But they're needing to work together. Back at the site, that's where 100 Thieves are lined up. I don't know if they're going for... There you have it. It's going to be a pre-placed drone going on up, and some intel coming out. Sick and Asuna, 2 on the board, but Asuna is shut down. Sick will need to drop at some point. Problem is he's running out of time. He loses Shazam by his side, and I think Sick is aware that this one is pointless. Whether he'll go for the fight or not, it seems to be but a formality, as 100 Thieves should have no problem hanging on to this round. They'll just battle to the death as best as they can, and the Spike will end up claiming a site just before Steel can take out Sick from heaven, and another big round from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, so close to victory here for 100 Thieves, or rather, a successful comeback here for 100 Thieves, but it's still one round away for a lockout on Sentinel's side, and they are now completely shattered in the economy, so that's some big buffer there for 100 Thieves. They not just won a single round there, they effectively won 2. So now that Sentinel's gonna have to bring just 2 frenzies, and a sheriff, they're not in a great place. So Sentinels are struggling to win their defenses, just as 100 Thieves did. I mean, you can't really be that surprised on Haven, I suppose. The push out from a long, going to be met by Tens with the knives out, and he's going to make them work for 1, but not more, as Asuna, who just hasn't been missing his shots, is going to shut him down.
That looked like a bit of panic almost there from Tens as he was trying to get away, and if not get away, then at least drag somebody else down with him. The pick on to Steel is a good one. Cypher's utility is not going to be effective at the moment for this particular round. Still, 100 Thieves, they love this A site. This is where they have gone the lion's share of attacks, but they're being punished for it on this particular round, and they'll lose the even footing that they were on, as once again, it's Sick. Box said that he was the best player in North America. If Sentinels are able to pull ahead today, it will be because of his play. Not only his gunplay, but also the intel that he was just able to secure. And it's a call to action to the Astra over towards A long. Shazam now wondering if there's somebody down by sewers. Recon Dart immediately destroyed. That gives him the information that he needs. Ethan inside of the site. This blaze wall will protect him, but the paranoia will not. Asuna nails one. Nitro as well. Shazam answers back. What? Ethan there. Shazam in his position. He's got Frenzy in hand in a 1v2, but he loses it in the 1v1 at the final moment, with Ethan making it so that 100 Thieves are still in this map.
Such an incredible eco round, though, from Sentinels, and even though they didn't win that
so
one,
bad, man.
darn, they came close.
Bad.
It's not going to matter, though, because 100 Thieves are so
Didn't
loaded at this point, given this streak that they've been on, the comeback.
I know that
now,
happens.
it is at least enough for Sentinels to bring the operator and put that operator in the hands of Tens. But we've seen it before through this map. It really hasn't been a good weapon for Tens so far. He's got to make a difference, and he's got to make a difference now, or we're looking at a pretty impressive comeback for 100 Thieves. So this is a very important moment for Tens. I think this is the make it or break it moment for him, especially as we're seeing that A pressure already coming out.
And there's 2 ultis up as well for Sentinels. This will be crucial. Shazam can do some scouting work with that Hunter's Fury. And as well, there's a mulligan for Sick, as he's got the run it back at his disposal. 100 Thieves might be on the same footing in terms of weaponry, but their ultimates aren't what they need it to be. And those 2 ultimates from Sentinels, if used correctly, can be make or break in this round, and ultimately end up sealing the deal of the map.
Look at the way that Tens is playing so passively on A. He's not going to try and challenge long, and that's going to allow Ethan and Asuna to get this early control that they could then turn into a site take.
There you go. The bird will give some intel. Tens gets away, taking some damage. They think they've got A clear, but 100 Thieves have been baited on in. Good news for them. They are not caught flat-footed at all. A retake potential now for Shazam as the Hunter's Fury comes out. Intel? No. Ethan will need to go for the plant as it's a drop from Sick using Run It Back to gain information on Hell. Does he get it? That's the real question. Dapper isolated. He's looking towards Hell. He sees Nitro, catches him, swings on to Ethan, and it's a 1v1, but 100 Thieves end up coming out in that duel with Steel and Hiko left alive. This one is just out of reach for Sentinels at the moment.
I really don't like harping on it here, Parker. It feels awkward, but again, Tens with the operator in a position at A and clear shots opening up for him. I feel really bad for saying, but those are moments that really do define the round. The fact that something happened for Daft, control the smokes, they're just not enough. So yeah, definitely some mistakes there for 100 Thieves and something they need to iron out. But now we're on the second half, so they get to try their hand at attack.
Okay.
Sick thought he had something now as he goes to break through the double doors over by.
This is not ideal, obviously, for Sentinels. Though that's normal. One rifle, a sheriff, and 3 specters. This is not ideal, obviously, for Sentinels. They can make it happen, though. Their economy rounds, confusingly, have actually been better than their rifle rounds. So I wouldn't be surprised if somehow this is the lockout for Sentinels and we move on to map number 2. We'll see.
That's it. Round 20 was a reset, which Sentinels ended up winning. And then, of course, they won the first 2 pistols rounds. That's it, by the way. The defenders have only managed to take 3 rounds so far, but they're looking for a 4th on Sentinel's side. At least if Sick can do anything about it. The confidence on Lawson as he's going to spray away. He gets followed by Tens. This is huge. 3 big kills from Tens. And the last one is he going 4K.
That's what I'm saying. Last match guys, tensely
huge. 3 big kills from Tens. And as he's going to spray away, but he gets dropped by Tens. If Sick can do anything about it. The confidence on Lawson as he's going to spray away, but he gets dropped by Tens.
Man?
This is huge. 3 big kills from Tens. And the last
What
one is
are they doing, man?
4K. Tens puts map 1 away for the Sentinels.
Sova and Viper, just like we
Like,
saw.
that's why I hate
on Icebox.
watching my 2 favorite teams playing against each other.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see the same lineup that we saw from 100 Thieves. But no, they're actually gonna it looks pretty much identical.
That's why I
no
hate
real
it.
major changes going on actually for either teams. They're a little bit confused who's actually playing Viper though.
Kiko and Nitro are both going to play her. She's actually so in the meta, Michael, that she's going to appear 3 times in this matchup. So
yeah, we're doing it twice for 100 Thieves. They got the free pass on that one.
I hope you read the patch notes. There was actually a rule that allowed duplicate agents to come out. No, I'm kidding, of course.
We're just for 100 Thieves.
If you look at, by the way, Sentinel's lineup against Team 1 on T1, when they ended up coming here, they decided to bring a raise. They're foregoing the raise this time. So
it's 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Would you like to dive into them a little bit more?
I mean, I'd love to. I'd love to dive straight into it. Yeah. So foregoing the raise, bringing the Reyna instead, and it's going to be the same for both of these teams. This is actually a step backwards for both of them. As in more recent matches, for 100 Thieves versus Ambox, and for Sentinels versus T1, it was the raise instead of the Reyna. So I don't know. I think this is interesting. It's definitely more leaning straight into the head-to-head gunfights, and it's going to be easier to disengage and fake out if that's what you're trying to be doing.
What we're used to seeing here is not only is the utility play going to be incredibly important, and that utility for the most part is going to hinge around your executes when you're on attack with Sage and with Viper, and determining where you want to go. If you're going to try to potentially have a distraction over on the opposite site, then you're going to run Sova to try and do that and get information as best as you can. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how they're going to stack up here, as both of these teams on Haven, obviously it's a 3-site map, but both of these teams on Haven really liked running fake outs. And I mean, we've seen them before on Icebox. You've got mid control as well, which can be so crucial. So for the very first round, 100 Thieves is going to look towards B. Their movement will be obscured by Viper as some utility comes on out, and they take up land very quickly now.
Yeah, this is a fast action for 100 Thieves. They've already got yellow control, and that's going to help them a lot for push on to B. You can see the Sage Wall come out from Sick, though. He's going to try and give himself some more cover, but Asuna is just better in that fight, and now the control is starting to go hard. Help them a lot for push on to B. You can see the Sage Wall come out from Sick, though. He's going to try and give himself some more cover, but Asuna is just better in that fight, and now the control is starting to go hard in favor of 100 Thieves.
Asuna trying to work around the box as best as he can.
Bro, come on, man.
Range punishing onto 2 as
Spike
Asuna and Nitro can't get anything for it. Finally, Zoms is punished in this position, leaving Shazam up above. He finds Steel and then immediately moves forwards. Bit of a slow bit of action before Shazam then steps into it. And he intends
Spike clear
so far, Sentinels have been mighty fine on these 2 maps when it comes to pistol rounds.
What are they doing?
I gotta say, I really do love Tens on Reyna and Shazam on Jet. I think that combination's been really interesting from them, and it works out fairly well. This first round,
what is your team doing, man?
Obviously,
you
aren't gonna see much that's telling of that. I just want to say from like past experience,
you need to
it's an
spank
interesting
them in the
duo there
ass.
for Sentinels, and that retake at the end,
what
together,
the
they did really well in teamwork, challenging at the same time. The fast action for 100 Thieves did really hit a wall, and that wall's name was Zoms. So great job to him holding it down over by B.
don't know if they had any information as to Zom's position down below, because they looked like they cleared it and then immediately looked elsewhere, almost as if they didn't think somebody was there because Zoms didn't bother to take a fight. Because of that, it ultimately ended up biting them, and, well, I mean, everything else snowballed from there after the Sage Wall had been used in full utility as well from Viper.
No sight control.
It looks like it's going to be the same thing. By the way, 100 Thieves in. Well, they're going to make out like bandits. Are they aware of the fact that they basically have the entire site to themselves? That's the real question. But immediately, Sentinels, well, they take a step forward. Down goes 2 members. Oh, Eco, a beautiful shot as he, with the collateral, takes out both Sick and Dapper. Spike is down as well, so 100 Thieves in the post plan. Shazam can't hit his shots close range. Ethan punishes him for it. Steel trying to delay, as is the Viper of Zoms. Even though 100 Thieves will continue to collapse onto the 2 last defenders. Out they go around the wall. Zoms is good for 1, but he's going to have to do a little bit more as it's 1v2 around yellow. There you go. You have enough time. Waiting to try and see if Ethan's going to bait. Ethan goes for just a jiggle peek. As much time as possible.
Okay, that was annoying as fuck.
Knows that he's out of it. Whether he'll get the kill or not, ultimately perish from Spike is anybody's guess. It's a thrifty round, and it ends up going in favor of 100
okay.
What a massive round from 100 Thieves. The thrifty to change the round, or sorry, change the dynamic of this economy in its entirety. Now the advantage that Sentinels got early by winning round number 1 is flipped on its head, and their economy is the one shattered. 100 Thieves find themselves able to buy rifles, and they're going to be plenty comfortable to take the next couple rounds, maybe next one, certainly this next one. Unless, of course, Sentinels does some crazy eco stuff, and Tens has bought a Sheriff, so definitely don't count Sentinels out just yet.
Tens on
Sheriff. At the same time, beautiful round there from 100 Thieves, and I love their fast action plays onto B. Especially the fact that Sentinels left it completely uncontested. They way over-rotated from mid. I mean, Sentinels handed that one to 100 Thieves.
Zoms is just going to play inside of his own playground over by A. He pops the Viper's den, Viper's pit, and he'll get out of there as quickly as he can. 100 Thieves, though, look like they want to go towards B. Nobody is intent on moving in A's direction. Just kind of languishing for now, and it's a slow take. Very, very slow. 30 seconds burned from the round, and a lot of 100 Thieves are still towards mid. We're now looking to challenge over by B, and the Sage on defense is going to look to try and hold them off.
I love this split push, and the flank watch from Steel is going to work out. Ethan ready to get 2 big frags there to get Sick and Dapper, who were trying to play for a late retake on B through the lanes, but not able to get that to happen. Obviously, this is a save for Sentinel, so this is not the end of the world for them losing this. They want to do as much damage to the economy as they can, though, and they're not going to be able to get very much. I love the strategy from 100 Thieves. Great flank watch again from Steel. The double push up through 2 because it wasn't being watched really for Sentinels, basically free, and then the late push out through B main. I mean, it's a nice split.
Steel could possibly be Kingmaker here on the flank. As long as he doesn't end up getting caught out or punished, he's going to miss Zoms as the Viper just continues to walk towards where the spike is planted. A bit of a delay as best they can. Hiko pre-fire Shazam, a nice shot, but Steel is able to get in on it. He finds 1, misses the opportunity onto Zoms, and Zoms getting away with just 9 HP. Essentially delaying the inevitable at this point, seeing if you can find anybody else on 100 Thieves. The answer to that question, by the way, no. Nitro does clean up work, and 100 Thieves now has the lead 2-1.
Well, nothing too crazy there for 100 Thieves. Again, I really like this strategy. That's super clever. And the fact that Sentinels didn't have much control over by market was really rough for them. But at the same time, I mean, what do you expect from a save round? So now, Sentinels able to buy. And this time, the operator is in the hands of Shazam on Jet. So that switch up there is, I think, telling of how people are feeling about the roles they're playing, the weapons they're playing. But we've seen this before. This isn't like a new thing, seeing that switch up there for Tens and Shazam. So I'm sure it'll work out just fine. I'm interested to see if Shazam's going to be landing his shots.
Well, Steel is at least on to Tens, who'd struggled a little bit on those operator rounds in map number 1. Eco obviously being where he was best. Eco, not rounds.
To see if Shazam's going to be landing it.
Eco obviously being where he was best. Eco, not Hiko, by the way. I know that can be confusing, given the fact that Hiko's in the actual round itself. Ethan using his ult, by the way, is to try and gain information, and he could have relocated if need be, but it's not uncommon for teams to burn it early and then use it to scout out. Obviously, if you're not bringing a bunch of agents that have intel gathering at their fingertips. Spike getting planted yet again from 100 Thieves, and they will scramble out of the site as Steel tries to wait out the Sage wall that's up in tube. Viper ult expended by Nitro as he's going to blanket the Spike and surrounding area and will excel at those close quarter fights. Asuna gets spotted by Zombs though. Dropped he is, and Nitro in the midst of this pit. He'll outduel Zombs as he sees the Hunter's Fury just go on by. Still just watching these angles. Seems to be a bit slow on the retake here. Backing up, Steel a nice kill. 2 big kills actually, as it's just a scramble all over the map. Dapper in a 1v3. He knows that this round is effectively over, and, well, unless he gets caught out, he should walk away with his life. Information goes. Nice play by Dapper, but ultimately it doesn't matter. It's not going to have an impact whatsoever on the round, even if he gets the final kill onto Hiko, which he won't. Another round from 100 Thieves on the board.
And just a little bit of economy damage really at the end there, and that's not that much, to be honest, especially considering Steel has really been fragging out as that pseudo kind of flank watch, lurker role. He's been playing that position perfectly. It is kind of odd to make the Killjoy work for you on attack. You definitely do it, especially by B. You know, those nano swarms are really useful in the post, but at the same time, I love what I'm seeing from Steel as he just lurks up through mid late after his team has already executed. And honestly, Sentinels have let that punish them way too many rounds. Like, it's forgivable on a save round, but you now know that Steel is doing that, and he's been doing it consistently. So that's the part where, now that you have rifles, you should be paying more attention to that. Steel has been definitely on form through that mid push.
Shazam is almost in attacker spawn right now, and on that flank position could catch somebody from 100 Thieves if they're not looking in that right direction. Just a bit too slow though. Both Shazam and Zombs will need to get over towards A, as that's where the execute is going down. There's a Killjoy just trying to waste some time with that lockdown. Initiated, 5 seconds remaining, and everybody will have to try to evade it lest you get detained. Asuna up top, unable to land the shots that he needs to, and will immediately head back to the ropes, but Sentinels are getting in on the board. Shazam and Sick in particular. The ult from Jet working favorably for them. 2 from Sick now, as, well, a thrifty round.
What the
fuck? In the snap of a finger, end up collapsing on 100 Thieves and taking the round because of it.
What the fuck happened?
Wow, so this Icebox has had so many twists and turns already, and we're only on round 6 now.
Oh my
100
God.
Thieves managed to take round 2 after losing the pistol round, and they completely wiped the board of for Sentinels and ruined their economy, changed the tone of all of the rounds and you know, the expected progression. And now Sentinels do similarly as they manage a thrifty round, stacking up on A. And this is despite the Killjoy ult that we saw, the lockdown from Steel. I mean, it really wasn't that effective. Also, it didn't detain anyone, but also control was not well in hand for 100 Thieves. When the retake came from Sentinels, it was an absolute blender. This is going to be, speaking of, a blender by itself, as this is a quick action through mid for B control. Ethan's going to get the lead-off pick onto 6, and that's going to be a good start, but Zombs is there by Yellow to re.
Stops it in its tracks. For now, as long as there can be a refrag coming in from 100 Thieves, it might continue to roll forwards. And that's Hiko who's going to do just that, punishing Shazam. A beautiful X, by the way, drawn by these Viper walls, as now Steel marches over towards A. Spike in hand, for the record. This is going to prompt Sentinels to have to maneuver back to the A site, as they were holding down B quite successfully. Out goes a dart and smoke to potentially conceal them, as 100 Thieves are very close to being able to get in on this. They have a numbers advantage in a 4v3. Dapper's trying to think otherwise, though, and make it so that it's more of an even contest. Unfortunately for him, he misses most of those shots, as Tens now evades the Sova ult and grabs Ethan before immediately getting out of there as quickly as he can. He's worse for wear, though.
What you
Zombs
doing?
is not, by the way, and he'll lose vision now before Tens and Dapper go down to Nitro, just gunning through them, leaving Zombs in a 1v2. Spike is down, so he's working against the clock as well. This is where things get tough for him. They don't have any intel as to where he could be, but they know it's going to come from over towards spawn. Zombs with 1, he gets tagged, and he'll have to back away. Tagged yet again. Left, right, beautiful
Bro, come on, man. That's not how you do it.
Hop on.
What's how to boss in the game?
And the round goes in favor of Sentinels.
What a shot from Zombs. And what... Sentinels, they secure an even round count, but effectively the leaders, they should get the round right after this. That's impressive to say the least. Beautiful stuff. You don't really see just straight isolated 1v1s like that usually in a post plant. The spike planted there, 100 Thieves could have played that way better. they didn't necessarily need to take those isolated gunfights. And spoke too soon, the economy's actually going to be just fine for 100 Thieves. A little bit on the lighter side. This is going to be the make it or break it here for them. But they have the rifles. The only real hindrance here is that Guardian, and I know Steel can land those shots to the Guardian. He'll be fine.
Yeah, so Sentinels being able to put some rounds on the board. Tied up now as 100 Thieves are focused on A. Good news for Sentinels. So are Sentinels as they look in that particular direction. Shazam opping over by green. He's going to look all the way from B towards what is the attacker spawn. And the Sova of Hiko could be the one that ends up fighting him. Out goes a drone, and a shot from the operator gets the intel that he needs, and immediately Shazam peels off as Sentinels are delaying. They're delaying as best as they can, at least. Out goes Alir to try and blind 100 Thieves, who are still buried down at the start of A. They haven't been able to take up anywhere near the ground that they want to, waiting out this Viper ult.
It's not going to be easy to do. Steel,
bro,
waiting out this Viper
ult. Did you really do that?
It's not going to be easy to do. Steel, speaking of, we were talking about him earlier with that Guardian. He's going to land his shot, and 100 Thieves was securing A site control. He's still got Dapper in a good position to and there it is on the entry. He's actually might be able to stop the plant, but no! Off the plant comes Nitro, and he will win that heads-up fight. Now it's just Shazam, excuse me, with the operator in hand, and he is likely to save. I don't expect him to try and retake into 4 of 100 Thieves. That's definitely not going to happen.
No, you've got the operator. It's way too expensive to gamble on that. You're not going to be able to do too much against them either, with 4 sets of eyes from 100 Thieves looking in that direction. You'll just wait it out. It was a gamble. As you can see, there wasn't a lot of money remaining for 100 Thieves, and if they'd lost this, they would have been flat broke for at least 1 round, possibly 2, putting them at the mercy of Sentinels, who have been the better team when it comes to economy. They're going to fall off now because they know they've got the round. Evacuating A as the spike goes off in front of our eyes, and Shazam will live with the operator to see another day.
Dapper almost was a massive playmaker in that round, just falling short. Unfortunate, but it happens. Great reactions as well from Nitro. Now, the A takes here, 400 Thieves, have been pretty darn solid. That's especially considering this Viper's pit that they needed to deal with. So, we might be seeing a tactical pause coming up here shortly. We'll see in just a bit. I mean, I think this is appropriate timing to try and slow things down. So them.
If it can use on the side of Sentinels. Problem for Sentinels is that they are now on the verge of going broke, as 100 Thieves was just a round or 2 previously, and that forced buy effectively by 100 Thieves ended up being a thing of beauty. Well, for 100 Thieves, they're looking to add insult and injury to Sentinels, who trail and immediately equalize, though, with the operator that was saved from Shazam working out so well. Repositioned from Ethan by Yellow now as he looks over towards smoke. Can't see anything with it. He's blocked off from the ice wall. Amidst the smoke is sick. Once it dissipates, he can have potential line of sight onto the attackers. Tens on flank. They know he's there. They go right by him. No, are you kidding me? Tens, how do you win those? Ethan manages to finally stop him, but Tens' damage is done at this point. Spike isn't down at all, unfortunately, for Tens and the rest of his team. They've been punished now, leaving Dapper in a 1v2. Dapper not landing his shots through those 2 rounds, both times in crucial must-win situations, unfortunately coming up short for him. And with it, 100 Thieves now at 5-3.
2 leadoff picks, though, for 100 Thieves. And they give themselves command of the round. Saw them start a fake out. They wanted to go back towards A. That icebox rotation from B to A or from A to B is so long, but it's definitely workable. Especially if you're getting those early frags, you're going to expect Sentinels to try and retake onto B, so it that could work out. But because Sentinels doubled up on the flank, it almost went the other way. Not so, though. Unfortunate for Sentinels. Now they find themselves with 4 economy. They're going to have to try and work this with some sheriffs, 1 rifle. It's doable, but not ideal.
Well, Tens is not able to continue that good streak that he has when it comes to the sheriff in hand, and neither is the rest of Sentinels, as they are finding themselves at the mercy of greater firepower from 100 Thieves, who just whisked their way into the site, and have now just lodged the 2 final members of Sentinels. A flawless round shaping up for 100 Thieves. They're going to need to grab the spike and get the plant down, and that's exactly what they're doing. As Hiko gets Shazam, leaving Zombs in a 1v5. 1v4 now, so flawless is not really possible. Bombs will need to drop and some noise will be made, but before he can do that, Asuna catches him from the back, and that's another round for 100 Thieves.
I mean, what do you expect, really, with the buy 400 Thieves and force for Sentinels? They tried their best to get that one, but no. Now they're actually going to be able to afford this round, though. They made sure of that, and finally get some even footing here. So it's been a relatively close Icebox so far, and this is what we expected going into this, because both of these teams haven't lost Icebox yet this month of the 5 times each of them have played it. So, you know, considering that, you'd expect this to go pretty neck and neck. And even though the round count is currently 6-3, Sentinels have not been fully out of a lot of the rounds they've been losing. These are coming down to the wire often, so there's a lot of chance for this to turn around. And we've seen that we actually saw that in Haven earlier, when Sentinels put themselves up early, the almost comeback from 100 Thieves. It's going to be a dedicated A push here for 100 Thieves as they shape up to execute.
The only one of these two teams to play Icebox, by the way, was 100 Thieves yesterday. They went 6 for 6 on attack, and already they've hit that mark. They have 3 more rounds to see if they can outpace Sentinels more than they can when they were playing yesterday against Anbox. A bunch of utility thrown out, and an ultimate as well from Steel as the lockdown goes down, and nobody's caught whatsoever. Nitro, beautiful spring box. A bunch of utility thrown out, and an ultimate as well from Steel as the lockdown goes down, and nobody's caught whatsoever. Nitro, beautiful spray transfer. That's 2 for him. Now looking very keenly to get Dapper, who doesn't see to his left. No real perspective there for Nitro, as he'll continue to walk away. Taking some damage, though. Spike down. Things working out so well in favor of 100 Thieves, as they've got line of sight, they've got some area denial, and the re-entry for Sentinels is going to be fraught with peril. Doms will need to look to his left as Nitro is positioned over there. Asuna sees him, though. Denies Nitro a potential kill, but Nitro gets the 4th anyway onto Shazam. A nice swing, and he just absolutely buries Sentinels on that round.
So that time, the lockdown from 100 Thieves and the control of the site like clockwork. We even saw Sentinels try and upset the flow by being a little aggro early on in that lockdown, but 100 Thieves are no fools, and they let the ability do the work for them on that control in A. Following that, it's really just the 4K from Nitro. I mean, boy howdy, by Boiler, he was unwaverable. And Sentinels struggling to just win any fight. The push-up through Boiler, by the way, was not at the same time as the push-up through Cat for Sentinels. So that was a mistimed retake if I've ever seen one, and it definitely caused them trouble. Once again, a shattered economy for Sentinels. So yeah, a lead-off pick here. But, I mean, the expectation is still that 100 Thieves will take this round.
Shazam might not have any superior firepower, but he's got some knives that are going to look for their targets directly ahead as he tries to wait out the Omen smoke from Ethan thrown out in front of him. He'll think otherwise. He'll back up. Steel creeping around A. He's also going to potentially go for a dry peek, as Tens had done that earlier and got punished for it. The spot towards 100 Thieves back in their spawn is seen by Dapper, who now repositions up towards Kitchen. And Shazam has decided that he doesn't want to hold mid any longer. He's over towards A.
And Lear is going to force out the position from Shazam. He'll fall back deeper into sight. He's still got the knives, so this is very doable for him. The lurk from Nitro might actually net something, by the way, as he's going to actually call for the rotate. Ethan is in with Nitro, and now it's full B site control. What a fake out from 100 Thieves.
And you still got Asuna in mid as well. He'll lose the turret in front of him, but continue over towards Tube, watching that, slowing down Sentinels as best as he can. Because of that, because of him being the impediment, it's allowed the spike to get planted in the middle of the site. So, for Shazam, he's got some more work cut out for him after dropping Asuna. And he will ever so slightly continue to retake. At least, if he can get past the remaining defenders that are going to be there. And I say defenders because even though it's Sentinels defending, they've lost control of the site. 100 Thieves have it just the way that they want it. Beautiful play from Ethan and Hiko to clean up. 8-3.
That's how it should be,
man. The final round of the first half.
Nitro was lurking by B for most of that round, and he called, not necessarily that it was clear, they called that they had enough control by B because he had yellow. And because Nitro had yellow, easy teleport there for Ethan to solidify said control and give 100 Thieves an easy rotate out of A. That was shaping up to be an absolute bloodbath inside of A. But yeah, 100 Thieves pulled out at the perfect moment. And I think they just don't feel like they want to execute too committedly to an A site. They don't have the Killjoy lockdown. That's I actually kind of understand that. Sentinel's very aggressive. Shazam trying to get a pick off belts, but he's going to have to fall back without getting anything.
Well, nothing gambled, nothing gained. That's okay. But an ultimate that'll come out. It'll stop Asuna, who immediately crouches, hoping to not get hit. But oh my, Dapper just manages to glance off of one shot onto him before he falls backwards. Tens ends up getting punished for that as Asuna walks in, taking some more damage from Killjoy. But Asuna's got control of the back line. Dapper manages to shut him down and will now need to try to stop the spike that's been planting? No, they were trying for it, but they think otherwise. Steel still has control and could possibly go for it when he wants, as both teams trade back and forth and back and forth they go.
It's not even planted!
Though, and a wall will go up now to stop them from getting it. This is where we can finally see the Sentinels gain their footing.
Nice shot there from Ethan. Down goes Sick, but it's a trade by Zombs in the 1 versus 1 now. Spike down, not planted. Zombs has to find this fight. Hiko trying to push up into sight, using those electric arrows to try and get some positional advantage. The wall is actually going to work for Hiko, as he can now cross to his preferred position. But he has to get the spike now, which is on the other side of said wall. It's going to be a fight by Boiler. Hiko doesn't seem to know, but he's realized now. Fake out with the rope, and it's going to work! Zombs losing the heads up gunfight. Hiko keeps the streak going for 100 Thieves.
Well, the good news is that the bleeding is at least stopped for the time being, because you've got this mandated breather as you switch sides. 100 Thieves putting in
is one of the
work
best
on that first half and consistently punishing a Sentinels team that struggled to play from behind. And we could harp on about economy, but for the Sentinels in the very first match, back on Haven, economy didn't really matter because when they were on the ropes, they still ended up coming out ahead in those eco rounds. This time, obviously, Icebox not playing that same way, and 100 Thieves looking quite proficient on it. Before we get started in round 13, as we now see Sentinels transition on to attack, it is worth noting that since the start of April, and since the change to the meta, obviously, with Viper becoming a staple on this map, Michael, that the only real top-tier team that we've seen the Sentinels team defeat on Icebox is T1. So could it just be that their stats are being masked by the fact that most of their victories came on qualifiers against teams that might not be of the same caliber as, say, 100 Thieves?
I mean, that's certainly possible, Parker. Oh, what a shot from Tens! But at least they can land shots like that. So, I mean, it is something, and this pistol round is going to be super important for Sentinel's chances at taking this map and pushing this into a 2-0. I don't know at this point, Parker, but we almost saw the comeback from 100 Thieves last map, so anything seems possible when these two teams collide.
There's going to be a very narrow corridor here that is not concealed by that green poisonous wall. These 100 Thieves are watching ever so intently. Down goes Tens as Nitro finds him, and it's back not concealed by that green poisonous wall. These 100 Thieves are watching ever so intently. Down goes Tens as Nitro finds him, and it's back to a 4v4. Even numbers. That Frenzy's going to be positioned in a way to try and catch as much of the body at close range as possible. Asuna circling around, looking towards the back of Kitchen. Eco not too far off. Nitro will walk over towards Tube, see if he can do anything as Shazam heads towards Kitchen himself. Maybe he's hungry. We don't know. Ghost in hand. Is he going to find anybody? There's nobody nearby. Nobody's giving an inch here. 20 seconds. By far and away the slowest round that we've seen between these two teams.
Control. Asuna, though, shutting down Shazam as he tries to get out of lane. And another for Asuna. He just can't miss right now, except for that fight, apparently. Sick will get away, but it doesn't really matter. He has to plant that spike, and all he's going to do is be the final kill for Asuna on an absolute tear in through B's sight.
That's a particularly crippling round for Sentinels, too, because 100 Thieves pick it up, and with the ecosystem, they're likely going to win the next round as well, barring essentially a miracle from Sentinels. Because of this, 100 Thieves will be on the precipice of putting this map away, setting us up for Bind as the last one. The thing is that you've still got a bit of a buffer for Sentinels at this point, but things are looking bleak.
Yeah, they certainly are. Sentinels, I think, after losing that pistol round, have very little chance of making the comeback happen, but anything is possible in Valorant. So we'll see. Sheriff's brought here from Sick and Tens. Goes for Dapper, and oh, there's Tens landing his Sheriff shots. You gotta expect that. Now he's got the overheal, and he can start moving into sight. And it's the Spectre of Ethan to shut down Sick on that entry.
And more damage being done to Tens too, as he's going to try to shrug off some of that shock dart. He gets punished by Ethan. The one opportunity that we got to see for him, it was good, but not good enough. He'll be able to grab the weaponry and fall back now, as Sentinels will need to get that spike planted at some point. Ooh, nice long-range shot from Steel. First playing the Guardian, now on the Marshal, as it leaves Zombs to defend himself against the remaining players from 100 Thieves. Econ Bolt goes out, he's spotted, and Nitro will stop him. Spike also surrendered, of course, but that doesn't matter because the round breaks in favor of 100 Thieves.
And that's as you expect, Parker. So we're not seeing the same economy upsets from Sentinels that we saw on Haven earlier. And that is the major difference maker. It's not the only one, though. A lot of these rounds, strategically, 100 Thieves are just playing so well. The control is well. Every time 100 Thieves makes a push in through A, in particular, let's just like zoom in on that, they get defender nest control, then they manage to set up a crossfire that prohibits a retake, especially from Boiler. Boiler is such a point of focus for 100 Thieves, whereas Sentinels are not really putting a lot of emphasis on it, and it's causing them problems. This is the last chance round, really, for Sentinels, as this is going to be their last real opportunity to buy and have a good contention.
Do or die, as you would say, as 100 Thieves are getting chased off of their position, but they fight back. Steel in particular, 2 beautiful kills, and a third as well for him. Soldiering through the smoke, won't find more than that, but that's more than good enough. As Austin is there for backup, Shazam will need to do his best, but it's not good enough. Try hard, you're gonna have to try harder. Hiko puts 100 Thieves on that point.
Oh boy, that...
Shazam will need to do, won't find kills, and a third as well for him. Soldiering through the smoke, won't find more than that, but that's more than good enough. As Austin is there for backup, Shazam will need to do his best, but it's not good enough. Try hard, you're gonna have to try harder. Hiko puts 100 Thieves on map point.
Oh boy, that is rough right there. And to add insult to injury, for Steel, he used the Sheriff to get the job done. You even saw him on
like यो कीबोर्ड धेरै चलाए के कीबोर्ड चलाउँदाखेरि अलिकति धेरै स्ट्रेच गरेर चलाउने बानी अनि I think that's what happened. त्यसले गरेर मेरो यहाँ हातमा टियर मसल टियर भयो जस्तो पनि हुन सक्छ कि त यो नर्भ्सको प्रब्लम हुन सक्छ अहिले चाहिँ अब कम दुख्न थाल्यो बट फेरि हात त्यो चलाउन थाल्यो भने चाहिँ फेरि दुख्छ के लेफ्ट ह्यान्ड वाला लाइक नर्भ्सको पनि हुन सक्छ who knows त्यो एक्सरसाइज चाहिँ गरिरहेको छु अलिअलि सो लेट्स सी आज कुन बार फ्राइडे यो हप्ताभित्र ठिक होला कि लेट्स होप सो नाउ कन्टिन्यू माई गेमिङ स्ट्रिम गर्दा नअड्केको भए कति राम्रो हुन्थ्यो कि अड्किन्छ किन यस्तै हो
a little bit greedy going for those pushes, but at that point it didn't really matter, and his team was there with the support to lock that round out. So map point here for 100 Thieves and Sentinels. I mean, they're gonna bring together some sort of buy, but it's not a full. It's just the best they could do is one one bulldog, excuse me.
I mean, at this point, what can you do? You've been starved of opportunity for 3 rounds now. Well, you're going to hope to get an early pick and then maybe fetch one of their weapons. And for Sick, that's very much a possibility. Nitro is the first casualty, and it comes at a time where 100 Thieves really don't need the round as much as Sentinels does. So Sick, another one. Ethan, though, punished for it. A 3v4. Sentinels have opportunities here, and they have plenty of time to work with. Still a minute to go, but Steel shuts down Dapper, putting us back onto a 3v3.
Oh, this is difficult. Steel just not missing much, and there it is. 3 for him, cutting off the flank, and 100 Thieves.
To go to that overhead view on our end in order to make sense of the madness. As for buying, well, there's possibility that we could still see that, as Sentinels are going to put Zombs on that Astra, Dapper on Viper, and it looks like a Viper might be picked as well for 100 Thieves, though we will wait for both Ethan and Hiko to lock in the last 2 agents.
Yeah, so that Viper pick is actually a change for 100 Thieves. They'd be changing up a little bit there.
They should know by now.
Instead of the Sova bringing the Viper, so that would be a big switcheroo. You're going to sacrifice some information for information denial and more control. obviously. So I'm curious if Hiko's gonna lock that one in. On Sentinel's
would not,
side,
man.
this
He
is
would
the
not.
bog standard for them here. They haven't changed anything from the last time they played this against C9 Blue. And nope, it's the Sova instead of the Viper. And I think that's the right call for Hiko. Consistency has seemingly been king through this series so far. So both teams sticking with their guns and going with the typical lineups in terms of agents. And we now have everyone locked in and ready to go into buy.
So,
Let's watch this
if you go
tomorrow,
back
guys.
to
है? 1:30 भइसक्यो. It's been a great day, I guess. How was your day, guys? मैले अलिक ढिला सोधेँ है. Still, how are you guys doing? Are you guys fine? If you are not, then you can just talk with me. I'm eager to talk with you guys about it. If you guys want to, I'll be glad to help you guys if I can. So don't be ashamed of anything that's happening in your life. You can just talk with someone, talk with me, talk with everyone. And yep, I hope you guys have a great day. कोरोनाले गरेर अलिकति सबैलाई गाह्रो भइरहेको छ. But I hope you guys are not having any difficulty living your life, doing what you want to do. So I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys have a good night. I hope you guys are safe and everything. And yep, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's hope my arms will get better. I hope, man. Alright, guys, thank you guys for joining. I'll see you guys tomorrow around 8 p.m, 9 p.m. Can you guys just can tell me when you guys are online most of the time? And you guys, when do you guys have time to watch my stream? And I'll consider doing it on, well, you know, the usual time where people are gonna watch my stream. So yep, I hope you guys have a great day. And I'm a poll garchu hola, I guess. Let's see what'll happen. So yep, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you guys have a good day. Yep, that's it for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out and stay safe, guys. Take precautions and drink plenty of water. See you tomorrow.